hit something.
Are we not going to be able to go on the air?
I don't know. Oh, you come on. Shit.
Hey man, thanks for listening. Go fuck yourself.
Ellis.
Moose Knuckle.
Red the Dragon.
Night. Danger.
Canada.
Uncircumcised.
Philanthropy.
Stupid stuff. Supercross.
Hey.
Nipple. Machete. Passion.
A scintillating bloodbath. A hellacious fury. Evil.
Cannabis.
Interesting thing. Awesome.
Radio.
Baby, baby, keep your mouth shut. Baby. Baby, baby, I'm trying to beat my butt.
Michael Tully.
Well, puke on my dick.
Andrew Cruz.
I am a giant.
Kevin Kraft.
I swear I am normally a very gassy man.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
Live from Hollywood,
Possible enough.
this is the Jason Ellis Show.
You know, baby.
One, two, five. Fuck you, motherfucker. Welcome to the show. It's me, Jason Ellis, the bald one. I'm bald, but I'm like getting hairy everywhere else. I just noticed now that I trim my eyebrows. I've been doing that for like 10 years, so I can see. Well, look, I keep my chin down. I look through my eyebrows. I can see my opponent, and I don't like things that are like missed out of control shit. Like my beard is growing out. I just decided not to shave my shit for a couple of days, and then I looked in the mirror and I was like, what the fuck is that? My eyebrows are growing more, and then so's hair on my face. I'm actually like becoming more hairy. It's like hair that's coming out like a fucking dog. Like I'm hairy like a fucking street dog because I got patches as well. You know what I mean? Because I got bald patches and I'm like a fucking street rodent. A big fucked up street rodent. I would not fucking poke me. You know what I'm saying, Will? The world wants to fucking make me go bald. Well, now I've got hair everywhere. But you think that's bad? No, it's good. I look like a wolf. I'm a street wolf. Street wolf, baby. No one's doing street wolf, right?
Yeah, there was Teen Wolf, but Street Wolf.
Street wolf is another.
That's another level.
It's another level. Thank you, Jude.
Yeah.
It's great for you to be here on is it Tuesday?
Yep.
Yeah, you just got that thing with Tuesdays in the Jason Ellis show. That's like your angle, right?
Yeah, it's Jude Day. Tuesday.
Jude's Day.
It's always
Jude's Day.
You should have a name for the shit.
A Tude's Day.
For Jude's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been a little forced.
Wait, did you say urine?
Yeah. I was talking about an Odd Future Wolf Gang video that I thought was really cool before I found out that they were just like regular.
Oh.
I was
And
like,
they
man,
had
these
urine
kids
in
are
it.
wild. I was
They
like,
had
wow.
urine in the video.
They I don't remember. They put everything in the blender and made a smoothie.
Oh.
I thought they really did it, but they were like all straight edge.
Wait, we got faked out by Odd Future? Those guys aren't really weird?
Alright, that now I'm pissed.
Yeah. That was their first, but that was their introductory. That was like
Their introduction was fake,
You thought
crazy.
They were really drinking urine?
Goddamn
I thought
LA
they was really
kids.
drinking drug smoothie. Yeah, it seemed like something I would do. So
Freaking kids of Los Angeles letting us down.
and
What
then-
happened to the old kids that took mad drugs? You know what I'm saying? Well, old kids doing drugs. Hey, I'm old. Give me some.
Yeah, I was irritated by that. I was like,
Yeah,
huh.
I'm irritated by it.
Because like when you actually do weird shit,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, other people doing weird shit too. That's cool. And then you're like, oh, they're just fake doing weird shit to sell things.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. If you want to do positive, weird shit that is sober, go ahead. But if you want to do mad, wasted shit and act crazy and try to get all the mad, crazy, wasted people on your side when you're not even a part of the mad, crazy team,
Yes.
that is bullshit. To me, that's blackface.
That is perping. Yes. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna go.
It's like when a white guy has blackface.
Oh, it's like you perping.
Wait, these guys are all in blackface?
Purping's probably better.
That's very
Perpetrate.
offensive to me, but it is pretty edgy.
No, they're all white guys, Michael.
That's really weird. That
Yeah,
one guy
right.
must be even stranger and uglier looking with his
They're-
natural white skin.
none of them
Who's the middle guy?
None of them skateboard.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
They don't even rap. That's
No.
Tyler the Creator. I didn't know if that was Tyler the Creator or Earl Sweatshirt, because I know things about Odd Future.
You do?
Well, I know two names.
Yeah. It was
I know they had a TV show.
Oh, they did?
This,
Yeah,
and
Adult
this was
Swim.
way before they blew up too. This whole that video. I was really on those guys. I was like, that video had 40,000 views. That's how early on they were. Those are one of their first videos that had 40,000 views. It's now
Oh,
like
yeah.
millions.
I think I saw them on Ridiculousness, and I was like, that's cool, man. You guys are cool. Good for you.
Yeah, I think they're funny though. You know, they're
I
funny.
missed it.
Like,
I
it's
didn't
like-
get to
maybe
see
they're
the
like an
funny
art
bit.
project.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, they are like an art project.
The fuck am
They're
I
just like
doing?
an art project. They're like Andy Warhol now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. They look like they're having fun.
Yeah, man, they're fucking making money and doing all
Fuck
types of shit.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like at least a couple of them stuck around. That's an achievement in and of itself.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to who?
Odd Future. They styled up.
Shout out to them.
They styled up that one stretch of Fairfax.
Oh, that's them? They make all those douches line up? Is that their fault?
I don't think they actually sell the sneakers, but I feel like they were at the forefront. That and what's the it's not the hundreds or
Yeah, hundreds.
yeah.
Yeah, I know
Oh,
who they
yeah.
are.
Fucking Jewish delis and
It's fucking hot in her.
I know. I'm just gonna get up and fix that. Limited edition sneakers.
Whoever was in here before us must have been like naked when they did the show.
I know, I'm over
Is
here
it like a Hot
sweating,
Time
bro.
Summer Bimbo show that goes on before us? Oh fuck, sorry.
Yeah, he was.
Sorry.
He worked.
Hey, that reminds me. How is fucking Spot? Do you know Spot had fucking open heart surgery?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just heard it on the radio the other day. I don't know what day. Fuck him, bro. Bunch of shit.
It was probably yesterday.
But he was sick. He went back into hospital or something.
I learned up about his whatever relapse situation he might have going on from you, but I didn't know about the initial thing.
Wait, he went back?
Yeah.
God damn, fam.
Dude, as a guy that has had some heart procedures and some, you know what I mean, these hospital meetings where they're talking about your fucking heart and how,
I remember that. You had the weird heartbeat.
yeah, and just lying on the bed in all those times with all the things stuck in there, I really feel sorry for him. So I really hope he gets better. I know him not that well, but when it comes to that stuff, it's close to me. Like, I know he's in radio, and I know exactly, well, because his worse, which makes me feel for him even more. Because that was true terror several times in that whole escapade of shit. It really fucked with me. Like, that was, oh, I'm gonna die today. That is not cool, man. So I hope he feels better. I hope he gets better fast. That shit is, and he got a proper one, right? Like this cut down the chest or something.
I don't even know. I just heard I heard he was laid up.
Gangster. He was thinking about fighting at Ellis Mania. Oh my god. My manager calling me. Just doesn't know
Doesn't
what
he
time.
know? Doesn't he know what time?
no,
How long
no.
has he been your manager
I don't
for?
know. I mean,
Like he doesn't know that you're on the air right now.
he gets. Maybe it's exciting news.
Hopefully,
And he's
it
just
is.
like, fuck it. And he forgets that I'm on the air every time that he calls at 12. Look, people that own this company have done that to me. They've called me on the air because they don't know what time I'm on.
Do you ever take the call?
No, because
I would.
I'm here for the listeners,
Yeah.
not for my bosses.
Plus, it might be a trick.
Should have not
'Cause if you
said
take
that,
When
right?
you're not on the air, and then you
They're
breach
like,
your
"Poof,
contract, and that's how
You're
they get rid of you.
fired. Congratulations.
Well,
You
that would be
played
cool.
yourself.
If you're gonna get fired, I would prefer it was a phone call while I was on the air.
Poof.
Not after the show. Right at the start of the show. Guess what? This is your last show.
Oh my God, yeah.
Don't give up.
we had the head of HR here, and like whenever she comes, it's just like angel of death. So motherfuckers was shook.
I heard about
I
that.
was just scared as hell.
Wait, you
You
were?
were?
I'm always scared. I'm
See, that's-
actually afraid of losing.
I don't
my
think
job.
Tally and I, we know we're good, right? Like I'm like, good. I don't give a fuck. I wish the fucking president. I wish Scott Greenstein worked here, so I wouldn't have to fucking fly to New York to have a serious conversation with a dude.
Yeah.
Like, you just be like, no, dude, I know you're in the glass box in the corner. You're not, like, we're gonna talk about it. If you had a glass box in LA, that's how it would roll for me. And I know him, and he knows me. That's why there's no HR person that sweats me, because I know he knows that I'm good. I'm a good thing for him to have, and I'm only getting better. So, like, hey, man, I've heard you've been I ain't slacking. You know what I mean? I'm not doing anything that's gonna make the company bad. I'm doing you good. I'm the guy you want to see every day and give me a pat on the back, and I'll be like, yeah, man, you're welcome. I'm your soldier. Don't worry about it. I don't fucking hide from HR.
I always think of myself more as like I'm an ant, and like God knows how many ants I've accidentally killed in my life because.
Oh, and I thought you were talking about like someone's auntie.
No,
Like
no,
you
no.
identify as a woman and you're
Right? I was like, what the fuck?
Someday I'll have a family of my own. No.
I know where you're going now.
Yeah, like there's a lot of things that I sweat, but for some reason I've been able to process that and make my peace with it. If I'm to lose my job, it will probably be because, I don't know, they're closing the West Coast office, or Sirius is no longer going to have fucking shocking talk It's going to be something that has nothing to do with my personal performance. Someday I might get squashed like an ant, and I just can't live in fear of that. Like, someday, probably, because that's the way, as they say, things tend to end badly, otherwise they wouldn't end. Someday there's going to be some uncomfortable conversation. It's probably going to come out of nowhere, and when that happens, I'll deal with it. In the meantime, don't fear the Reaper. That's the and it's easier said than done, but I honestly am pretty good on that particular front.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't. When I heard HR, I was like, I'm fired.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Oh, the peeing in the cup thing and stuff. Pete, was it boxer short tee and shit?
Weird shit.
Oh yeah, no, you guys are like the Jason L show
We're perpetually
7 years ago, but nobody was listening to me when we were doing it 7 years ago. You've got people listening,
Right,
and you're
maybe
still
they-
doing what we were doing.
Maybe they found out that you gave John a paper cut on his anus.
Yeah.
Hey, Will, is he annoying to you like I was with all that stupid shit? What the fuck?
I'm way chill, bro. You think
Well,
I
you
came
had
up with
fucking
fucking water? You think that was
He had
right?
doo-doo cum water on the show. You wouldn't have been angry at us if we did doo-doo cum water?
Dude, come water.
He didn't really drink the doo-doo cum water. He just did that for YouTube. I realized how that sounded when I said it. I was
Yeah.
making an odd future joke. He really drank the doo-doo cum water.
Oh yeah, he did.
That was
Fuck
good.
yeah, he did. I saw it.
That was disgusting.
Allegedly.
I think you're allowed to drink, dude. Ugh, just even saying it fucking bums me out. It bums me out.
When are you guys going to have another rap battle or a rock-off? Producer to producer.
We had a couple people. Yeah, we had a couple people that, I've been doing my little signings every weekend.
Yeah.
I had a couple people said that they were just like skipping through channels, and that's how they found out about us. It's the fucking rap battle.
Right. Yeah, I didn't hear any part of that where it was bad. You know? Like if I do an average show and we have that in there, I don't see how I can do a better 15 minutes than you two.
How did y'all
Battling each other musically.
How did you lose, Andrew?
I know.
Why was it even close? Why did you leave it up to the judges?
I know. Why was he
Why didn't
into
you
it so
follow him?
Why didn't you, when you noticed that he was fucking really going for it and committing to it with his stupid, whatever it is, person that he is, yep,
No,
it was past that,
he
dude.
didn't use any.
It went past that. But you're not supposed to use lines, and then in the end he didn't use his lines, but he just got so motivated. That's how you lost, because you were a little bit hesitant. You're on your own turf.
Yeah.
I think you were.
I think you were.
Yeah, you just admitted it.
Because you're a robot.
So he got you.
I do not compute.
Yep, he played you on your own court.
You didn't.
It's a little late now,
Yeah, really. You should have thought of that then.
right?
Yeah,
He made himself at home in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck your couch.
He took his pants off and sat on your couch.
He posterized you.
Yeah.
He got posterized. Oh, come on.
If it makes you feel better, some of my listeners felt that you won. But
It was
doesn't
close.
matter.
Yeah.
It was close. Nobody's
Doesn't
debating
matter.
that.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, but I actually, just to start shit, I don't actually think that you lost. I think he won that. And I think you deserve a rematch.
You fucking. You were all the way saying he lost.
No, because now that I think about it, Tully brings in a good point. It was close as shit.
It was totally close.
Yeah, and I was trying to be extra nice because we had a guest. Because I think he lost the first battle, but I gave it to him anyway. And then the next one was pretty close.
I thought John lost, but I had
See?
thrown him under the bus so hard that I could not continue throwing him under the bus. It would have just looked. It would look like, you know, the married couple that shits on each other at
Right.
dinner. You know what I
No,
mean?
you supported him. It seemed like it was a fair deal. But yeah, as I said, I think it was at least a draw, if not Andrew won. So I think we need a rematch. I mean, you into
didn't
that,
even
Andrew?
talk about his chin. He's got a long chin.
I mean, now that you have time, Andrew, would you accept that, like, a rematch? Like maybe me and Tully could give you some critiquing, just plant some words in your brain. Yeah.
He looks like Where's Waldo's dad.
Right?
How's that?
He would have won with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, that's what this. It's not even about the rhymes. It's just like there's a whole.
You could just flip it and go roast style.
Yeah.
Like you're a fucking musical tard, dude. Like why even try to rhyme? Just spit out hate.
There's a.
You
No,
were-
did not. But then you're like, yeah, and it sounded all weird afterwards.
Yeah, you gotta say motherfucker and stuff like that.
Bitch.
Yeah.
You fucking bitch.
It's a rap battle! He beat you.
Yeah,
He
that,
works with me every.
He
fucking
doesn't
day.
care if he beats you.
yeah, that WNBA chick who dunked on you might like you personally.
Are you just there to be beaten by everybody? Stand up for yourself once in your life. Let's kill him.
Listen to him. That's good.
Kill him, Andrew.
There's a whole fucking Instagram page dedicated to John. And it's called John's Big Chin. Like, you don't even have to get the jokes. They're already written for you.
Does he have a big chin?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's got a chin like a kayak. Like a wingtip boot.
You guys have been working that hard, I see. Good. A kayak.
Yeah.
Did you make a shirt with him, or I saw on your Instagram, or did some lady make that?
A
up?
lady made a shirt with John's head and said the wheels are in motion.
Is that something he says?
Yeah, whenever something's not finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
It's cute
It's
too.
an
Yeah.
attractive shirt.
Was this photo taken like 20 years ago? In his prime?
Yeah.
Wait, who's that?
That's John.
Wait,
What the
why
fuck
is he
is
doing
that?
that?
Wait,
we're
don't
looking
tell
at
me.
it.
What do you mean you
tell
don't
us.
know?
Okay, so
Is he
John-
a gay guy? Is that his real mustache?
We're looking at a picture of John in a wife beater with a mustache and aviators on.
And
Right,
then
another guy.
another guy leaning on him with suspenders.
making himself at home on John's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dick is resting right on his wrist.
Right?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Why is that? Why is he doing that? I mean, you got to get to the bottom of that, Andrew. In your.
Fuck you.
Man.
This is my show, John 45. Like,
He's
this
hanging
look-
out with the Mac Tonight guy from the 80s
Meet
McDonald's
Salsa
commercials.
Betsy.
That's what they call him too. They call him Mac Tonight because his head's big.
I remember that guy.
Yeah, so dude, like, that's why I was surprised that Andrew wasn't able to do anything but lose. The fact that it was close was a loss in my brain.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't. We're enjoying some of these photos. What is the account? John's Big Ass Chin. John's Big Chin on Instagram.
Yeah.
In Andrew's like partial defense, I think he was unnerved at how confidently John entered the competition. Man, there's like a nice cool breeze when you open that door.
He's Chin Against the World.
Yeah.
The Tupac one. That's a good one.
I was unnerved. I didn't expect him to bring it like that, and Andrew just did not rise to that occasion.
Here's
He thought he could just show up and win. That's
Here's
what
the
it
deal.
was.
John has been on our show, he deals with some of the most. He gets cussed out by like hood dudes and truckers. Like so, he's he's battle hardened from that. It's
Yeah,
like,
Andrew
it's like,
doesn't take insults well.
It's like you.
Oh shit!
You grew up beating.
Just like
there
that.
He is, bam. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. So, John, I have one quick question to you before we get on to anything else. There's a photo of you with a wife beater on and another guy with a wife beater, and your arm is kind of on his dick.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Right.
No, you know what I mean.
There's dick is on your arm, however you want to put it.
Either your arm is a dick rest, or vice versa.
Yeah. Who's that? Who is that to you in your life?
That is pretty gay. He's a guy I used to work with at a radio station, and it was for some station. They asked me to do it. I said, sure, fine. It's a little
Do what? Have gay sex with him?
We did not have gay sex.
Okay, just checking. Just wanted to get that.
That is pretty gay.
Okay, so anyway, we were talking about this rap battle shit, and I think you came in, and I felt like you started dancing around a little bit, and that to me actually flinched Andrew in his own house, and that to me is an automatic loss. But when it came to the actual battle, I felt like he might have been better than you, and maybe we were a little biased because it was our house and we didn't want to seem like we were like, you know, Nazi judges. So we gave it to you. So I think we want a rematch, is what we're saying.
I did not expect you to be like moving.
And I know that if we have a rematch now, then you don't get to write any shit down because, as we know, you're a fucking cheat.
I didn't cheat.
You're a fucking. How is it not a cheat when everybody who listens to Jude's show told us that you wrote shit down and then you pulled shit out? So that means, worst case scenario, throw those away. You've worked on a cadence. You can start to use that and change the words. You fucking practiced before you came to the battle. Andrew did not have any written down, and he's a fucking robot who only talks when he reads things down. So it made it even harder for Andrew and easier for you.
I don't know about that interpretation.
His chin is way bigger. I didn't realize that. It's funny until somebody pointed it out. I thought he just had a normal face, but yeah, that's ferocious.
Well, I had to practice. I'm not a battle rapper, and he's been.
You have to practice talking into a microphone and getting that chin out of the way.
There we go. Yes, there we go. Okay, but so I had to practice. I had to figure it out. Figure out what it felt like. So that's what I did.
Do you think that was an?
It's also known. It's also called cheating.
It's not cheating. I didn't have any game. I know rhymes.
Did you spit anything that you wrote?
No.
All right.
Of course not. No.
But you can't. But I'm saying that's what I said. There was cadence. Like you had like da 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 because you wrote it all down. You spent hours on it. Andrew, as you know from listening to him, and if anybody who listens to this show, who's listening right now knows he is an ass-tard at hip hop. He is the most unfamiliar English-speaking man from an English-speaking country in the world. He can't speak.
But I'm trying to do the beat.
Yeah, I know, and you're trying to rhyme.
Yeah, you're losing the beat like a motherfucker. The beat's gone.
It's tough for a bit. You can tell it's very difficult for Andrew to stay on the beat, but gosh darn it, he's giving it everything he's got.
Yeah, the beat's gone lost somewhere in the forest.
But the more I get to know you, I feel like you're a bit of a cheat and you're kind of full of shit. And I now see why Jude is, not that happy with you sometimes.
Based on that one experience with me, I'm a cheat and I'm full of shit. No, I had to.
Well,
and I didn't bring it in.
That's roughly. You're not like a complete full of shit. You know what I mean? I didn't mean that. I just, Sorry.
But you were also.
You're a little bit full of shit. A little bit suspect. What about that? A little bit suspect.
Okay, I'm a good suspect. I'll accept.
No, I said a little bit suspect.
Look,
okay, well then that is automatic reason for a rematch because you admitted that you were a little bit suspect on the first one. Right now, did you know that you might have a rap battle? Today.
Oh, not today.
Then today's the day.
No, not today, man.
Yeah, you can do it. It's you guys only go for like a couple seconds each.
Don't look at me.
Hey, you're on the Jason Ellis show, motherfucker. That's in 20 minutes.
Yeah, you can cut and run, but I'm not saying shit.
You ain't going nowhere. You're attacking Andrew, and you're up first.
I'm not attacking Andrew. Andrew,
you go first. Welcome him to the house.
Look how mad John is that he's got thrown into this.
You're back for round 2 in Jason Zell's studio. How about We rap like Coolio, except you got a chin. That's huge. I'm like a ninja from Shaolin, so fuck you and your couch. Go back to banging fours, you slouch.
You got fucking blasted. What's up?
It's your turn.
Oh, right.
You want another beat?
No, that one works.
Okay.
Don't stand up.
Why?
has to. He
And
has
why
to.
can I stand up? I
He's
think it's
got
the
to
zone.
He's allowed to do whatever the
I'm
fuck he
back in the
wants.
zone. I'm coming for your bone, motherfucker. You're a goddamn sucker. Yeah, you heard me, brother. I fucked your mother.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm all about it. Yeah. Stay on the couch. I'm off the couch. I'm sleeping with a teddy bear. Some guy at Gay's house. Gay's house.
Ooh.
He's not. I'm not gay. He might be. And as far as Jude is concerned, I could have sex with him. But I won't.
Nah.
I will not be having sex with him. All right. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Like you started off good.
Yeah. As far as Jude is concerned, I could have sex with him.
That's why HR was here.
Go, get him, Andrew.
Oh, round 2.
Come on, Andrew.
Round
I
2
think
out of
John's-
Get up, Andrew.
13.
It's your house.
John, I think you're doing great, bud.
Your house.
I think
Oh,
you're
he's
fucking-
up.
You said you were coming for my bone, but that's not you alone. There's tons of chicks that want the dick. You can't be the only one to have it. Nope, you can slob on my knob, but that's just like a piece of corn on the cob. Happy Thanksgiving. Get your turkey.
What's up now, motherfucker? Because that all rhymed. Andrew's in your face, and you're a bitch to him.
It was
As far as
Now
I'm
they're
concerned.
both up.
It was timely too.
Chin to chest.
Here comes the chin. Yes, there is no spin. Yeah, I'm not rhyming very well. I'm in your face, putting you in your place. I'm not sucking your dick. I don't want to suck that dick. I'm not licking your balls. I'm not going down that cock. None of that Spock. I don't know, man. You're bald, but I like it. It's okay. No, actually, I don't like it. Fuck that bald head. Suck that bald dick.
I think, yo.
Oh man, I think that one put him up on you, Andrew. So you're pretty much.
John beat you, bro.
Yeah, your back is against the wall, Andrew.
John, your breath is stank. It's like you've been shooting cum in your own mouth, you wank. Because that's what you do, because you're alone. When you have nobody to bone. You're lonely. I'm sorry, why don't you start crying? Like, because you're ugly. So take that with your shoulders slouched, you big old loser. So fuck you.
Oh man,
Oh boy.
that is so good. I mean, you write that down. That is money right there. You're pretty trash as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'm back in your face with my stanky breath. Suck on that. Yeah, it smells, but it smells okay. Sort of.
He can't go gay again. He can't.
No, it's not gay. There's nothing gay about this. At all. No, and by the way, yeah. So my shoulders are not slouching. I'm not crouching. No, I'm all about this. Get in your face with your big guns. There's nothing gay about this, Jason. You heard me, Jason. I'm not gay. I'm not having butt sex here. There's nothing about it. And by the way, I'm not lonely.
You got shut down, motherfucker. Oh, that was it. You were cutting his head off and you choked. And now it is back in Andrew's hands.
Round 4.
You had it. For everybody, Andrew.
You talk about gay sex a lot. What's that like? You probably know a bunch about it because you bang dudes. Gangbangs, yep. Your asshole's a wide open sphincter. So why don't you just bend over and take it in the sphincter? But that's what you're taking it in, and there's cum coming down your asshole. But you can't bend your knees because you're an old phony. And you're lonely. Yeah, I go back to that again because you're by yourself. When you die, a cat will lick you for 6 weeks before somebody finds you. So go throw up in your mouth.
Man, violation right there. If anybody wants to call 855-ALICE41 to be a part of the judging, but, I mean, do you have a rebuttal for that? Because that was pretty much it.
Give him the same beat.
Okay,
John,
okay.
You got this, bro. You got this, bro. John, you got this.
Yeah, I'm clearing my throat. Coming up on you again like a boat. Yeah, there's nothing lonely about me. I may be alone, but that's fine. I do bone. I'm not actually getting bone, but I'm out there doing the boning. You phony. Yeah, that's right. Phony. Corny. And my breath again. Does it really smell?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, there's coffee. There's cigarettes. Yeah, that's because I'm hardcore. Like a guy who's not gonna win a rap battle today.
Wow.
Wow!
All right, I gave up.
It is over!
You know what that means?
That means we have a tap
That
at 30
means-
seconds of the fifth
Yeah,
round.
that means that like motherfucking, we're gonna have to do this again down the road because it's one apiece now. And John, bro, I thought you was really getting them the first.
Yeah, what happened? You know what happened?
Out of gas.
I cut his ankles with the don't go on the cocksucking tip anymore. He choked. He had a whole bunch of more about his penis and how you were gonna suck it, and I fucking ended that, and he was just nowhere to go.
I got a little sidetracked.
Yeah, you should have got the poop hole or something. Pretend you had a pussy. Like, what's wrong with you, dude?
You don't have to listen to other people either, you know.
Yeah, you could have just kept saying suck my dick.
Yeah, that's true. You could have. You let Jason get in your head.
Yeah. Well, you're in our house,
Yes.
and before I was playing it to help you. Now I think it should be fair because Andrew did lose the title of the greatest rapper at Sirius XM, and I was like, man, it's an unjust way because I kind of helped, but this time it was on our turf, and you lost fair and square. You lost, suck a butt. So what's up? We won.
All right, but now it's 1-1. I do like the idea of an actual rematch.
Yeah, but right now he has the strap. He's the champ.
Took the
I
title
said that.
back.
Right. He took that's right. Well done, Andrew.
I think that Ellis got in your head, and that was home advantage. But you can't allow that to happen.
No.
You got to.
Do we also just have to spring it on John though one day, just so he cannot prepare?
Either he can do both. He can do it. He can bring it to us, and you can bring it to him. But I would say at this point, you have the strap. If you want to get cocky and show up to his studio and slay him, or when you already have the belt, that's very edgy of you to do. So to me, I think like I'm just sitting back, working on my rhymes, waiting for the day that fucking Giant Chin comes in here and starts trying to shred you up for a jar of fucking hot poopy PT.
Fair enough. I'll be working late night in the studio, John. So
Well,
fuck you.
Well, personally, I'll go back to the lab and try to figure some things out, and then I'll come with some fire.
Is the
Wow.
lab just your apartment closet?
It's a friend's closet.
Tough-ish talk.
I know, pretty serious, almost a threat.
John, I thought you did pretty goddamn good today.
Thanks.
You was a cunt hair away from getting it. You was like a cunt hair away from getting that shit. You gave up.
Yeah. No, you did. You choked 2 times in a row and you couldn't handle the truth. Andrew, as I said, well played. I think standing up definitely was a good idea. That shut him down.
That photo.
You used your height advantage.
That's right.
I'll be back.
Good luck. We look forward to it.
Bail.
Check him out, Shade 45, everybody. The Jude Show.
Peace.
All right, we'll be back. Wait, we've been on here for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
So what was this like court case thing that you were telling me about before the show?
Oh, so I saw your friend Sam Tripoli post a photo of a girl that had been abused as a little kid and through some, she had some different people taking care of her and she was abused and then put a sex slave.
Holy fucking foster care system. I feel like it's between that and Mala's talking about it. I feel like there's like the odds are against kids getting good foster care when they're in the foster care system. There's more bad people that are foster parents than good, and I'm sure there's some very good people who do it. But man, it seems like it's almost a given that you're going to see some bad ones if you go through that system.
Well, she got hooked up with a guy in a hotel who was pimping her out, and doing drugs and fucking her, and then he made her go find some more money and do some more work. So she found a guy, and the guy was willing to pay her $150, take her back to his house, and he said some stuff about having guns, showed her the guns that he had, said he was a sharpshooter and all that kind of stuff. And then he just made an aggressive move in the bed on her pussy, and then immediately rolled to the other side, and she thought he was rolling for a gun. That's what she says anyway. And then she shot the guy until he died. And then they could try her as a child or an adult, and because she was 16, they tried her as an adult, and she's going to be in jail until she's 69 years old, and she is 16, and she never, as far as I can tell, I watched a documentary this morning. She's a dangerous person, but she's a dangerous person. It's a weird, because all the people that do bad things in jail probably had something done bad to them. That's how they get there. But just to know that you could have treated her like a child and she would have gone to juvenile, and then she would have been out when she was 19 versus being in jail 69. And I'm like, my brother was in a car crash where he was drinking and he killed somebody, and he did over a year in jail. He didn't mean it, but he still killed somebody. That's usually what you get for something that is stupid like that. This chick actually murdered somebody, like shot him on purpose. It was a dude who was in his 40s who was fucking a 16-year-old. I don't, you know what I mean? And then the guy that she was, I don't think, once again, I feel like my angle is not going to be, it's skewed to, you know what I mean? I'm pulled to one side because I don't like what people do to people, to kids, but you shot some dude that was like a child molester.
Well, okay, so her name is Centoya Brown. Where did this happen? Tennessee. Mhm. Wait. A child can be guilty of child prostitution?
Yeah.
Wait, it is against the law for a child to declare themselves a child prostitute?
But because it hadn't changed, they just fucked her.
Right, whatever the law was when the incident, the crime, whatever you want to call it.
But now that it's changed, they're not going to change it for her.
Look, if a man and a woman, which let's call her for the sake of this conversation, are in bed with each other and one of them ends up dead, it's going to be really, really impossible to figure out exactly what happened in the critical moments leading up to that, no matter what. First of all, I guess how many states still have an age of consent of 16, and can they all change their laws?
I know. Wait, that's still a thing, huh?
Oh, there's definitely. How many states is it lower than 18? It's got to be 18 across the board, with the obvious exception being you figure out what makes sense for, like, can a 17-year-old date a 15-year-old?
Yeah.
You figure that out and then you're done.
Yeah.
That's just got to be.
Yeah. How can we not?
Yeah.
You can fuck a 16-year-old in some states?
Oh, fuck yeah.
What the fuck is wrong? Man.
I don't even know, like that Roy Moore guy with like him dating. No, one of the girls that's accusing him, the guy's running for Senate in Alabama. I think one of the main accusers was 14 at the time of the events that she describes, and whatever. But it's creepy to me for a guy in his 30s to date a 16-year-old, but it's legal in many places. So age of consent. 16, 16, 18, 16, 18, 17, 16, 18, 16, 16, 16. I mean, it looks like it's 16 more places than it's 18. I grew up in an 18 state. New Jersey's very conservative with this stuff. We drove at 17, and age of consent was 18, which is high on both accounts.
But isn't it like 16 if you're in your 20s or something? Like, isn't there like some other? Like, can you be old enough to now? Like, is there? You know what I mean? Like, if I'm 40, I can't have sex with a 16-year-old. Or in my 30s, I can't. But if I'm closer to 16, I can.
So. There's definitely places where
anyone can.
Yeah, well, anybody can have sex with an 18-year-old.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah. That's anybody. 18-year-olds are absolute fair game. And people are weird and double standarded about this because there were numerous websites. I don't know why people decided that the Olsen twins were sexually attractive. I think just because
Yeah,
they're
right.
twins. But there were numerous websites counting down the days until they were legal,
Ew.
which the obvious implication is we all want to fuck them. I can't
Yeah.
wait till we could legally consider doing it, which is deranged.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's only a small part of this. It is the tough fact of the whole thing is you're saying I've never heard of this chick before at this moment that if you put her on the street, you're saying she is a dangerous individual.
Well,
the problem is that it's not really her fault that she's a dangerous individual.
Right. She got.
But that's nobody else's problem either.
Well,
You
she
just
wouldn't.
run
You know
into
what? She's not. She's only a danger if she's in circumstances like that trigger her her disorders that were caused from her childhood.
Mhm.
So, if you start waving guns around and grab her by the pussy, she thinks you're gonna do something. But I don't think she's gonna kill you or rob you if you're asking her if she wants a sandwich or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like that because the I don't know the science I don't know some fucking doctor guy was saying that she just reacted to that
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, I felt like she was a pretty you wouldn't want to get into an argument with her when she was in her 20s at 7-Eleven
Well,
she'd
I'm just
patch
saying,
you up.
It's gonna be a challenge for her to be a super productive functional member of society.
I know, but when you
through no fault of her own, that's not a reason for throwing somebody in jail.
I just think that, and this is only my opinion, if you're a 16-year-old, you don't know who you are yet, and I don't care if you're like one of the smartest 16-year-olds on the planet. I just don't think that you know shit, and I feel like, the more intelligent everybody gets, the more that seems to be a fact that when you're 16, you still don't know who you really are, and you being involved in going to jail until you're 70. After all her childhood, like if I was the judge, and then they changed the law now, I would be like, look, it seems like she deserves at least one chance of being free on the planet and not being a sex slave or something like that. Like just one shot, because it seems like when you watch a documentary that it's just been fucked from then till now.
What was the judge's or the state's rationale for trying her as an adult?
What was that?
Just because they could?
Yeah.
What they didn't view though, that age as being like a victim of sex trafficking. They just viewed it as she committed a robbery and killed somebody.
So if a child was sex trafficked from the time they were 10 until the time they were 18 and a half, and then something bad happened at 18 and a half, the first 8 years of what they did was not their fault, but all of a sudden it became their choice 6 months ago, and that they were fully responsible for all the ramifications of that choice.
Yeah, Michael.
I don't know if they've been that clear about that.
I doubt they have.
I mean, it's
fucked up.
But then by extension, what about if somebody was victimized from the time they were 10 and then when they were 25 they murdered somebody? You're still going to say, well, you got to try them as a
Well,
child?
no.
Yeah.
Here's the difference. I feel like if you are in a sex slave and you're a sex slave up until you're 25 and you kill a John, then yeah, I am okay with it. I mean, you're going to jail, but you need to pay a price. But there needs to be some kind of understanding.
Mm-hmm.
It's like shooting the lion that bites the trainer for giving him the meat. Like, it's a fucking lion. At 25, if you'd been a sex slave since you were a kid, man, you would be.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still got to be trapped. Whoa, is that her like older now?
Yeah, she's gotten a couple degrees, and
She got a couple of degrees?
Yeah, well,
Man. So she really was gonna, like, she's smart and she's really trying to be somebody.
yeah, she's had a terrible childhood. I think her grandmother and mother both had instances of rape.
Yeah, they're all been raped. They all commit suicide. Their whole family has like many suicides. Aunties and mums tried and dad did, and like it's her life is so fucked.
Fetal alcoholism as
Yeah.
a child, and so it's been really rough. And so, but she seems to have had no issues with like violence while in jail.
Yeah.
And learned and taken a bunch of courses and gotten degrees. So not clear exactly what's going to happen next, but it's now kind of passing through the celebrity Instagram phase and talked about.
It's tough. I wonder what percentage of people who have committed really heinous crimes and are in jail have stories that if we saw a documentary of that person, we would say, man, it kind of wasn't really this person's fault, and we all know the answer isn't. I bet it would be a lot. I bet it would be. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than half the people in jail. And
Yeah.
we all know that the answer. And I have no conclusion. We all know the answer isn't to empty half of the jails because it wasn't their fault. But on the other hand, you can't just, lock somebody up to
But
tidy up a problem.
I feel like there's a lot of instances where things like this occur, but I feel like this one is on everybody's radar because she's unmatched in getting fucked over. I feel like she's probably... Otherwise, there would be another person. There would be more fucked over than her. She's so highly fucked over
Right.
and so deserving of a second chance because she is still super young. And to see that she's not being a fucking moron in jail trying to get an education, that tells me that this person fully needs another chance. You got to give her another chance.
I'd be curious to know how her story came to light because I read something recently about Rosa Parks, the lady who didn't sit down, give them up her seat on the bus. That had happened. A number of people had the same situation, and there was already a community of concerned citizens who wanted to raise awareness for that issue and for the issues of Jim Crow laws and segregation, etc. By extension. But everyone who came up, they're like, here's why this person isn't the perfect person to rally around when if people do digging into them.
Okay.
Rosa Parks was the first person that happened to, who they were like, this chick is fucking bulletproof.
Right.
You cannot knock her
She didn't
story.
do nothing.
And she can stand, and she didn't do anything in her past, and she can stand up to the criticism, and she's an upstanding member of society. So very often there will be people who take an interest in a cause and then wait for, I'm pretty sure a lot of the gay marriage stuff that went through was they waited for the exact perfect couple to come along to take to the Supreme Court.
Right.
And I wonder if there is some larger apparatus that is using her to illustrate a larger issue.
Well, the other thing is, she is probably the extreme of it, but there's probably a lot of other people out there that are getting
no doubt.
put in jail and getting fucked and just going from one hell to another. It's in America. It's sad to know. It's just a weird thing to, unless it's like the documentary's a one-sided documentary that makes you think she's innocent and she's actually like the biggest bitch on the planet and she did it on purpose. And as soon as you let her out, she's gonna do it again. And I'm just unaware of any of that stuff because they made it look different to me. But if it isn't, it's weird how it's somebody's life. Just can't someone just go, hey, see that documentary? Probably just let her out. Let's get her out of there. Just go, and then they call the dude, and then the dude goes, hey, we're going to let you out tomorrow, so, get your fucking soap or whatever, your t-shirt. We're going to find somebody who's going to take care of you.
Right. Well,
I don't know.
The problem, as I see it, is that it's a lot easier to rally people around an individual than it is around, like, a cause that doesn't have a face. And even I think
you and I know about sex trafficking. We had Rebecca Bender on. We know it's it's one of the worst things that exists in this country.
And it's widespread. And I just mean that I think every now and again there are people who, there's been a couple in recent years. Metallica got behind one, and then there was one that was a big hip hop cause. And I think that a lot of times if a lot of celebrities get behind a story, they can draw enough awareness that one person is freed, but I would rather see activism of the sort that brought attention to like a wide range. Like there's all kinds of people that are getting fucked over in the same way, but it's just hard to get Kim Kardashian to get interested because we saw her tweet about this, her Instagram post about this lady. It's harder to get people to really get emotionally invested in causes rather than...
Rihanna can do it. Come on, Rihanna. Go to the place and get her out. She could go there and say, let her out. Let her out.
Right. She could stage...
Do it on the news. I'm not going to eat or perform ever again until she gets let out of this jail right now.
Oh, I thought she could just do a big impromptu concert and the guards would all be distracted and dancing and then they could sneak her out of her cell.
Well, the only way that would really work is if Jay-Z was there to help her. I mean, she can't just do a solo song by herself. It's going to be like...
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jay-Z!
And Rihanna! And it's like... I don't know any of the songs. I fucking switched off. I got too old.
My still go-to is Umbrella, which is like 15 years old at this point.
Yeah, well, that was a great song, but no, she's done a few
Work,
more
work,
songs.
work. That was like 2 years ago.
No, that was not too. That was like 10 years. That's old too.
Really?
Yeah, you're going to the same well.
I don't think so. Really?
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't care.
I thought her saying work was like
It's not so, that's not new.
2016.
This is a sweet conversation. We're so up to speed with
I don't give a
everybody.
fuck.
Work, something.
I'm not responsible for pop music
Oh,
anymore.
I know, right? Fuck everybody.
I'm pretty current on things that men ought to know about.
Yeah.
Like, I know that the guy who's supposed to fight Daniel Cormier might not make it because he's gonna be in
Bashing
jail
women.
potentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a woman that he hit?
Wait, he was bashing a man?
I thought he just got into a bar fight.
Oh, well, if he got in a bar fight, I don't like dislike the guy at all.
Volkan Ozdemir, did he hit a chick?
I thought he hit a woman.
Um,
Isn't battery charges? Wait, you can battery a man?
sure.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
The
It's a terrible guy to pick a fight with, right?
28-year-old man was arrested in Fort Lauderdale on Saturday, charged with aggravated battery. His lawyer says he was not the aggressor in the bar fight, which carries a maximum 15-year sentence. Basically, once the facts see the light of day, it will become clear that he wasn't the guy who caused this. In the meantime, his bond was set at $10,000.
Wait, did he kill someone?
The victim of the alleged altercation was described as suffering from swelling and lacerations to the head.
So not really that bad. Just probably got knocked out or something.
I don't know.
You're getting knocked out if you're street fighting that guy.
Originally from Switzerland, now trains out of Coconut Creek.
Oh, well, that changes everything. When I see battery, I think you hit a lady.
Oh.
Oh, well, I don't feel...
Coconut Creek, is that American Top Team or is that Black Zillions?
He's not...
Yeah, I knew it was one of the two. See, I know more about that than I know about Rihanna.
He's allowed to be a black zillion?
They've got some white guys like Mitrion trains there, right?
Does he? He's not very black or zillion-y.
No, he just looks pretty sleepy.
Right?
Yeah.
I know.
He always looks
Oh,
like
I dare you to fucking say that to his face. Did you see that title thing that they're all doing? Bellator's got like a bunch of heavyweights fighting for... It is awesome. I know. They should have had Shane Cowan in there.
I saw he wanted to be in there.
Yeah.
So, but how's that going to work? They can't do that all in one night, right? That'd be super illegal.
What are you talking about? They've done shit like that tons of times, but I think it goes through months of, you know what I mean, like two guys fight or at one event and so on and so forth until they get to the last two people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I know they've already paired up.
The heavyweight Grand Prix, they got Frank Mir, King Mo. Wait, Chael's a heavyweight?
Chael and King Mo are what I call money weights, or what they would refer to themselves as money weights, because yeah, they ain't fucking heavyweights.
Ryan Nelson, Fedor, Rampage, and Bader.
How cool must it be to be as good as King Mo and just be like, yeah, I'll be in that, and not die?
Yeah.
He's not gonna die. Like he could win.
It will take place throughout 2018 with one tournament fight per night at 7 events. They will crown a new heavyweight champion at the final in December of 2018. That's a good idea.
Poor Fedor.
You don't think he's going to win?
No, I think it's just like what these guys get to say that they beat Fedor. It's not fair. What? I feel like it's I feel like Bader keeps the belt. It's Master Bader is fucking these wrestling bullshit. You know what? Did you notice that Bader doesn't look as shredded as he used to? It brings a smile to my face to know that you were all, and this is just me, my opinion. I don't know that. He's a very big dude who's probably one of the fittest people I've ever seen in my life. He didn't look as fit as he usually does at Bellator. And that, I don't know, maybe Father Time's kicking in, which once again, misery loves company, but it brings a smile to my face. Or maybe he was abusing some other stuff that made him extra shred. And as a person that is just, you know what I mean, like the only time I'm shredding is when I'm starving. So this is, you know, I mean, you tell me, MMA fans, do you think he looked different in Bellator? Like, just the midsection. Because he's probably, to me, the most abs on a big guy in the world. Because, you know, when you get to certain size, you know, it's harder to be super shredded. He looks like a 145er, but he's a giant man. And he just doesn't look telling you, that ab section, it's not as cut as it used to be.
Interesting.
Yeah. I went to the doctor last night to get my testosterone checked out, and then I had to go in some crazy line for like an hour and a half to get my blood taken out. And then
Wait, an hour and a half to get blood taken?
yeah, because there was tons of people there. Like he was like, he's like, I'll give you some testosterone, because he's like, if you've just gone completely off it, more than likely, not only are you like lower than what you were, it's because you've been on it for so long and then just stopped taking it.
Right, I thought the whole thing was that if you start taking it, you can never stop taking
Yeah, well, you're probably right, but I don't think I was doing that much to begin with, so it wasn't like that much of a effect.
Mhm.
Or I could be wrong, because I pretty much like stopped training because I just don't really have that much energy to do it. I know if I do it, then I won't be able to really do. I'm not really that motivated to do the show.
Uh-huh.
So I just don't really go to the gym. I mean, I did that jiu-jitsu the other day, but I wouldn't. If I did that 4 days in a row,
Yeah.
Friday show, I'd be like, sounds good, Tully. Like,
Right.
so I can't do that.
Absolutely.
And I think it might be. He was like, you're for sure low, but I got to get all your blood tests back. So I got all this blood taken out, and I hadn't eaten because I did this show, and then I drove to the valley. People don't live in LA. Doesn't matter. It's a long drive. But when she took all that blood out, and because it took so long in the line, I really did feel like I was gonna pass out for a second, because I look at it now, and then I was like, maybe I should stop looking at it, like all the blood going into the jar.
Yeah.
I mean, into the vials.
Mhm.
I was like, maybe this is a bad idea, and I was like, whoa. I'm like, God damn it! And I needed to take a piss. I had to pull up on the street and take. It's the second time now where I'm traveling somewhere and I can't find a bathroom, and I have to do a pee-pee, and I do a pee-pee next to my car, and then I turn around and there's somebody in the car looking at me. And I'm like, God damn it, I'm a street peer. And I can usually really hold it in. We're talking about, like, if there was a police there, I'd be like, you have to give me a ticket.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna piss my pants.
Do you like feel like it sneaks up on you in a way that it didn't used to?
No.
All right.
No, I'm talking about driving around for hours, being in
Yeah.
waiting rooms for hours, and then going, oh fuck, man, I haven't
Right.
pissed for 5 hours, and now it's hit me where I do a butt dance in my seat while I'm driving, and make my cheeks make myself dance, and stuff
Why
me
don't
from
you
peeing.
just Why don't you just keep like an emergency largemouth bottle, like a Gatorade,
Yeah.
like a Gatorade or something?
Yeah,
Just keep it empty.
it is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it. You know, Katie's pees in little bottles. I'm like, man, it just seems risky to me, but
Oh no, I gotta get it. That's why I'm saying I haven't had a Gator in a while, but I believe you're talking about like
Right.
you can get yourself in there. I will tell you, as somebody who's been on a little bit of a testosterone adventure myself recently, that as I mentioned once or twice on the show, when I went to the doctor, because I was just checking for the show, that's when I found out that I had what is deemed in the medical community castration level testosterone, or it was just a notch above that, and that's when they put me on stuff, and I didn't notice a huge difference, because I went from being castration level to being at the high end of what's like normal, and he's like, you should really you should be wanting to do push-ups right now, or like fuck the nurse or something. And I was like, I honestly don't feel any different. But the one difference I did notice, and I'm still noticing it now, is my beard growth really had slowed down in a way. I was like, I feel like I used to shave more often, but I'm sure I'm just imagining that. And then when I started taking this stuff, all of a sudden I'm shaving like twice as often as I used to.
wow.
And I'm off the stuff, and I suspect that my numbers are okay because I'm still shaving way more frequently. So I don't know. I mean, everybody's gonna manifest in different ways, but if you feel like you're shaving kind of at a consistent rate, then my guess is, based on my experience, your testosterone hasn't fallen off all
That's
that.
crazy, because I feel like, as I said today, I woke up and I was like, man, my face is way hairier than it usually is.
Right?
I think all my shit just came flying out of me again.
Mm.
I might be on fire and I don't even know it right now.
Maybe.
Just in time, though. Got a lot of stuff I'm about to do.
Man, this is old man shit. I got a reminder to myself that comes up at the beginning of the show every day these days for me to stretch my Achilles.
Why?
Because I've had just like
Are you on a quest to touch your toes?
No, I'm not. I've had a really...
You've given up.
I never really cared about it all that much.
Fair enough.
I've just had a persistent thing. When I wake up in the morning, I kind of like limp a little bit. I never had it's like I'm recovering from an injury that I never had. It's just my right heel is just not doing it.
Could be like arthritis or tendonitis.
It could be a lot of things.
Those are great.
It could be a lot of things that would be age-related and super bummer, but I am somebody who gets a reminder to stretch my Achilles tendon because that is what is important to me, not Rihanna's singles as a 40-year-old man.
You know, that reminds me, I saw the doctor that gave me the PRP that fixed my limbs people that don't know, at one point I could not put my backpack in the passenger seat when I would get in the car. And then I got enough shots in my arm and in my legs to the point where I had an MMA fight. And I completely forgot about that because I hadn't seen him for that long. And then when I saw him, I actually went into his office and just thanked him and said, I told him that story. I couldn't put a backpack in my car. And then now I had a pro MMA fight. My arm fully worked in that fight.
It did.
Miracles.
I saw it.
PRP, everybody. Call your doctor and get injections today. Has Jason noticed any side effects from testosterone treatment? Mike, you can hang up. I'll answer that question for you. Yep, my eyebrows are hairier. And I feel like a wolf. And I feel hungry. And I feel like I'm ready to, like hide in the bushes and then jump out and grab something by the neck and take it back to my dungeon and eat it. You know what I'm saying, Will? Full on, right? I'll eat you, you'll eat everybody. Look out, I'm in behind the tree. Wait, is that a bush? Nah, you're dead. We'll be back.
In there, I'm guessing along, but that would mean then that you're prepped for the last hour already. If that works for you.
So much coal already. That was a good segment, right?
Yep.
I mean, fucking hell, we're the best, right? Well, maybe like number 4 or 5 on my list, but
John beats me now,
John who?
the producer.
Maybe you should rap against him and finish him off.
We'll do that in a few days.
Yeah. Is it important? Alright. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. See you, man.
Did you see that Klay Thompson was on the news in New York? That
scaffolding fall was very scary.
I have no idea. Yeah, there's just like, when they're just like some scaffolding fell, and like we talk to people, and it's like, yeah, you always look out for the scaffolding. And one of the guys that they talk to on the local news in New York is a fucking all-star shooting guard on the Warriors, and he's just like, yeah, man, I always check out the scaffolding. Like, he's identified as, I'll put it up. He's identified as Klay Thompson, NBA player. So
live read when we come back.
Okay.
Then do you want to do the Hollywood Wax Museum? You could have Kevin and Will in here along with Betsy. She took the photos. The photos are like a close-up face shot, and then there's a secondary photo, which is like the full body one if you can't guess it.
Mm-hmm.
I would just play the photos from my computer out there.
These two guys for the Eagles channel are only a bit towards the same time, and Dave Wellington wants to make sure that you get everything that was
As far as Jude's concerned, I could have sex with him. Yeah. Like, he's up.
Yeah, it didn't help out after 3. It wouldn't start.
You can't be the only one. Nope. You can slow.
Just because it was such bad.
That's just like a.
But,
Yeah.
I will.
Yes, there is no spin. Very well. You've been shooting coming. I'm sorry. Why don't you start? Loser. Your face? Yes. At all.
I'm gonna do the Australian politician guy when we come back and you play the video from you.
I'll run grab the
What's he
news.
bang to? Yeah. There's cum coming down your ass. Back to that again.
I got the 2 minutes left.
You die. The captain's gonna throw over. Yeah. Coming up on your. No, actually. Boning. Is it? Now I can wear red.
Library table.
Okay.
You're gonna not here, right?
Yes.
Shut this.
Yeah.
And what's the first thing that happens? Not important.
Shit, fuck.
Stick around. More with Jason Ellis right after this.
Don't you wish you could watch your favorite primetime TV shows without commercial interruptions?
I wish.
Dish has got you covered! Now, with all the help from Dish!
I love you, Dish.
You can watch shows recorded with primetime anytime commercial free!
No commercial.
Watch the most popular shows on your favorite networks without wasting time. Sitting through commercials. The season finale of your favorite show just got better with AutoHop from Douche. No more waiting through long TV commercial breaks. Just get back to enjoying action. Because only Dish is tuned in to you. To learn more, call 1-844-CALL-DISH or go to dish.com. Dish.com or visit local retailer near you. Requires credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, auto hop. Taxes and surcharges not included. Other restrictions apply. For full details, 1-844-CALL-DISH. Dish. Tuned into you.
According to a recent referendum, Australian voters overwhelmingly support same-sex marriage, but an Australian politician by the name of Bob Catter says he has bigger fish
Fucking sick of the homos.
Yep, bigger fish to fry. Here's a video of him speaking to reporters on Sunday.
What the fuck was that? Was that a real thing? Did he really say that?
His face flipped.
Yeah, wait,
so
is there
hard
a crocodile eating thing going on in Australia that I don't know about?
Let the poop just and then his face just goes.
Yes. Fucking crocodiles are eating us and tearing us apart.
I mean, this guy is like I would say he's a terrific sitcom actor, except that I believe that style of overacting passed out of favor in the early 80s.
He looks a little bit like a skinnier Don Vito.
He might have a pretty gnarly resting bitch face, and that might be why the laughing bit, you see the laughing bit first, but he probably never laughs, and then went back to his normal stature, because, man, that is probably the gnarliest resting bitch face I've ever seen.
Wow, he has an upside down smile all the time. Like, we say frown, but I can't even frown if I tried to. My face can't actually do the upside down. Like, my kid
that's
would
a scowl.
He might be the world's most bitter man. I don't know if he can, like, he could do, like, a lemon, lime, and bitters commercial or something.
Ah, world's most bitter man.
Him instead of the world's most interesting?
Right.
The world's most bitter.
Brilliant.
Just saying.
An advertising exec.
I would give me a show. First thing I would do. Give me a show.
Right, but the...
I got a great idea. Me on TV. Stay lit now. Hear me out.
His face is saying, I'm a pompous man
Yeah.
who's disgusted by that nasty smell.
He looks like a fucking asshole. You should get him, Will. We should punch him. But seriously, I'm not getting any answers here. How bad is the crocodile infestation, and are they eating everybody? Because he did. I mean, if he's a legitimate human, maybe that's really happening, and no one's talking about it.
Don't explain his face.
Well, he said...
Crocodiles are eating the outback. Everyone is in danger there. No one's talking about it.
No. If you listen to what he said every 3 months someone is torn to shreds. So we're an average of 4 people per year are being ripped to shreds.
Holy shit, is that real? Is that a real crocodile? Fuck,
I'm not familiar with...
When that one gets you, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about a crocodile here that looks at least 25 foot long.
It's
that's one bite.
17.
Okay, well, the perfect ratio that that's how I do. Okay,
at least 50
regardless,
feet long.
if this thing gets a hold of you, you are beyond dead, and you just have to wait until whatever blow is the blow that makes it all switch off so you can go to your special place. Because you're not getting out of that. That is
swallows you whole.
That's the real monster of the world.
Did you see what the article was about? It was about hunting for the person who killed that crocodile because it's going to set off some sort of young crocodile frenzy.
Wait, and they're going to eat everybody.
Maybe that's why people are getting...
Oh, so now crocodiles are... Maybe it's payback.
Revenge eatings.
I mean, these crocodiles have been here way before us, and you don't know that much. When was the last time scientists told you that they were doing a big research on them? All they found out was that they got an Abdullah Amblangata. Thank you, Waterboy.
Yeah. People go out and research these things and they never come back.
But they don't tell me about remember how Jaws, his family, like, were looking for Brody's family?
Right.
Maybe it's like that. Maybe this dude killed this crocodile, and they're looking for anybody that is related to him. And they're crocodiles, Will. I mean, all of us look alike to them.
No. What if they're like crows and they remember your face and
Yeah.
they tell the other crocodiles, "Hey, these people did that to us."
Have they done the crow research on their brain? Because maybe you're right. Maybe crocodiles are the only reptiles that keep it personal.
More like crocodiles.
Ooh, crocodiles.
A murder of crocodiles.
I'm kind of into it. And, like, I feel like there's a lot of us. Like, if you're hearing that crocodiles are eating a lot of people around that area,
One every 3 months.
Yeah, so if you're around that area, maybe you should not be around the water, you fucking idiot.
No, you just leave every 3 months.
I'm just gonna you know what? I'm gonna go wakeboarding in the lake. That's what I'm gonna do. No, you don't go there anymore. You know? I'm from the outback where apparently there's like all these deadly critters everywhere. You know, if there's a spot where that's known for deadly critters, like, hey mate, they're all yellow belly black snakes down there. If you go down there, they're just covered in them. Look out, they'll bite you. You'll probably fucking die, mate.
What does an Australian man do in that situation?
He goes
to where the snakes are.
Goes to the pub, mate.
I don't know.
Oh, fuck that, I'm going to the pub. Good luck with your yellow belly black snakes.
Let's go get that thing.
I marry Barry.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
I just double down on gay marriage. That's what I do, because that doesn't mean a goddamn thing to me that y'all are dying out there. It's way more important to me to exercise my rights as a homosexual to marry people.
Maybe the world is
Fuck
imploding.
on you guys getting eaten.
Do you ever think maybe that...
This is a zero-sum game. It's me or you, and I'm marrying Barry.
You're making me realize something, Tally. Maybe, like, God is real, and maybe gays are bad, like, you know, Buttfuck Town back in the day where everybody got in trouble.
Sodom and...
Yeah. Maybe that's really what's going on, and because everyone's going to be gay, and because there's like all these other things that are disturbing the peace of like what all religions really stand for. You know, I mean, all of them do hate each other.
We've lost our moral compass, is what.
Yeah. Maybe it's really about that. Maybe it's all about to happen.
Do you know that is like the specific word for word?
And they can say, "We told you so."
Of God hates fags.
That's what they say.
Exactly.
How many people?
Because we have become tolerant of homosexuality in our society. God is letting terrible things happen to us.
Hey, a broken clock, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, so gays brought on Donald Trump?
But that's like why they were protesting the military funerals. Like, if you think about it, what does God hates fags have to do with military funerals? And it's just like every soldiers die in battle. American soldiers die in battle because God hates America, because America's tolerant of homosexuals.
Yeah, okay.
Finally connected all the dots there. Well, Jason, you're talking about the end of the world. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen coming up in the news next hour.
Wait, do I have to go already?
No. I was just doing a little tease.
Oh, okay. Oh, well. Did you check the telly show today?
It's a
good show.
Is in your refrigerator killing you? I didn't check out the telly show.
Good show.
Oh, you snooze, you lose.
He's had a lot of really interesting people.
Yeah, I don't even know who the dude is, but he was talking today about athletes and taking huge losses and living and dying with them or getting past them, and I was like, fuck. That was like valuable information, considering I don't want to hear shit about fucking football players and how some dude in the 70s was cool or not. It was just interesting to somebody who doesn't like football, so I thought it was a good show.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was Kurt Menefee, the host of
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Tully, to me, is like a Bob Costas type, where you can take some boring sports thing
This
and
dude
make
ain't
it
boring.
interesting. No, I know.
Kurt Menefee could... he's got stories.
Yeah, he can talk.
Because when you think about those people who like train for the Olympics just for those 5 seconds and then they blow it, that's got to be terrible. Gotta win the Super Bowl, gotta catch the baseball.
Well, the one really crazy one is that Lindsay Jacobellis one. Remember her, the snowboarder? Because she'd sewn up the Olympic gold, and then she did the little thing where she grabbed her snowboard, like she was winning by a mile, and she was going over the last little jump, and it was like snow cross or whatever the heck it was, and she grabbed her board to floss a little bit, and she fell.
Oh.
Like a really minor.
And then lost.
And then, well, she actually finished with the silver, but yeah, she blew the
okay.
gold. Yeah, it was still a really big deal. She got an email this is all in Kurt Menefee's book. She had like an Olympic gold bonus in her, or an Olympic medal bonus from one of her sponsors. I think it was Red Bull. He didn't identify them, and they sent her an email just being like, "Yeah, you're not getting that bonus."
Fuck
It was
off.
like 50 grand.
Oh,
I have seen a
man,
runner.
come on.
I've seen a runner celebrate as they come to the finish line and lose. I've seen that happen too. I mean, that's just.
Yeah, look,
bad.
I feel like I was trying, because when I heard Tully's show, I thought I for sure I knew that I had like a regret from skateboarding that made me super aggressive in radio, because I thought when I first started radio, I was like, oh, I'm actually good at this. I was never good at skateboarding, so I was like, oh my god, I'm getting a second chance at winning. I could win in this. So there was but I was trying to place the time that I felt, you know what I mean, like the thing you just referred to, like I thought I was about to pass the finish line and I was like, yeah, and somebody ran past me. I'm trying to remember. I was trying to remember like when it was where I was like, fuck, you know, like you have literally, because I mean, I never won. I didn't beat Tony. I didn't win contests. You know what I mean? I would get, if I got third, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I was on the podium going, woo, we're getting so wasted tonight. Like I didn't think like, man, I need those 2 other spots. I was completely content with that, which probably wasn't a good way to go about it.
Well, what's that quote about? A happy ending depends on where you end the. Well, stop writing or whatever. Anyway,
That's definitely not it.
I know it's not. That's why I'm asking. But I think that's the case with a lot of athletes. Is that you never, hardly ever go out in a blaze of glory. You don't win the Super Bowl and then that's it. Hardly. And in many sports, that doesn't happen.
I heard Dave Chappelle say that somebody famous told him that you got to have a number, whatever it is that you want in your life. You got to have a number, and then when it gets to that, that's when you got to know. That's when you got to walk away. And he said, and that's why I went to Africa. Or he said, hence Africa. So he was trying to make it out like he made a certain amount of money, where he was like, that's it. I don't need to be in this game anymore, so I'm out. I don't know if I believe that.
He must have dipped below that number about 5 years ago.
Right, to come back?
Come back. Yeah.
But is it like come back? He's not going to do a TV show. I think maybe he means that, you know?
Well, if he does, it's such a different landscape nowadays, because if he was, I'm sure he's had that conversation with Netflix. He's got to deal with Netflix for stand-up. If they gave him a show, they would give him absolute, utter creative control. So it's just a different ballgame.
It's like gambling. You have to set like, okay, I don't go beyond this number,
right?
As far as losses go.
Okay.
And if you don't have that number set, then you can just keep on going deep down into that pit. And I think if you don't set some sort of goal for yourself that, okay, now I've achieved everything I wanted to achieve, you're gonna keep on looking and chase the dragon, so to speak, for that next thing in your life. And never be satisfied.
Right, or maybe it's just a matter of how you look at it. Now, the people in Kurt Menefee's book are people who, like, it's the big famous ones. They missed the kick that lost the Super Bowl and stuff like that. That's just tough. Those can be really hard to bounce back from. But you could also say, as an athlete, I tried really hard to get good, and then I broke into the pros, and then I established myself as one of the greats, and then I won my championships, and then I tried to decline. And I started to decline. And I held on as best I could, and then I reached the point where I realized I could no longer contribute, and that's just the life cycle of sports. That doesn't mean I failed at the end.
Right.
It's just
but
that's the cycle.
But it's, to me, ending earlier, because I feel like the guys that aren't the biggest famous guys in their sport that have 10 years in the game instead of, the Michael Jordans that get like, well, I don't know how many years, as many as he fucking wants to have. You actually lose your problem. You have to go out. You don't get the call. You going out, and people might not remember you as much. But you're the dude that's the NBA player. Now you're not that dude.
Mm-hmm.
So beside I missed the fucking big 3 when the buzzer went off. It's just, even if you didn't do that, there was times there in the game, because this is how I can relate it to skateboarding, where you got beat by one person who became the biggest star there, and you didn't realize it at the time so much, but you just got surpassed. You're moving back. You didn't catch that because you're in the middle of a game and you're having fun with your life. Like, I feel like this basketball players, like, Rick Fox isn't just thinking every time somebody gets something on Rick Fox, he's like, fuck, man, I'm just not the best guy out here. He's just like, well, I got to chase the next ball, and sometimes I do score. I definitely piss people off. I'm valuable. Like, I can see because to me it was similar to that. There was just a few contests where I might have fell off, and that I never got that spot. It was like a ridiculous thing, and I never got it back.
That's why it is key in life to be satisfied in whatever circumstances you find yourself. Because if we were all making $10 million a year right now, then we would become accustomed to that. And anything less than that would be a failure. So now, if we were making $1 million next year, we would be bummed out about it. But being in our current circumstances, if we were making $1 million next year, we'd be happy. It's just, it's all perspective. It's all comparative.
Yeah, look, and you've said it to me tons of times. I feel like you'll never be satisfied. Whatever you get, then you want to have something else. And I think I put a lot of effort into not being that person. I still have those traits that want to be that person, for sure. It's sort of like if you try to fight me on the street and get me really angry, I'll probably use the C word before I knock you out. I don't like that person, but you could fuck with me enough. Like, you could, like, push Katie over or something in front of Vaughn's. I'll fucking punch you in the face and call you a cunt.
Some of that's healthy. Not the calling people.
I'm saying that even my accent. Like, why do I sound like this? It's been so long. I hang out with all you guys. You all talk American. What the fuck do I talk like this for? Old habits.
I guess. I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
What a show.
Yeah.
Betsy, you've worked hard, and you've gone somewhere to take numerous photos to bamboozle us for a game.
I did.
I cannot wait to play this. I'm excited. I heard it looks like it's going to be great.
She's got spunk.
I hope so. I went to the
Big props from Will there, Betsy. I don't know if you caught that.
I went to the Hollywood Wax Museum,
which we discussed yesterday on the show.
And not only can you take photos, there are prop stations. So if you're there with a bunch of people, you can put on coats and hats, and you can pretty much make out with these wax figures.
Oh.
You hear that, Andrew?
If
you visit the tourist wax museum, you are allowed to take a picture, as many as you like, as a matter of fact, of the wax figurines.
Yeah, you can even pose with those abominations.
Wait. They limit the amount of pictures, of course, though, right?
I
You can't post them, can you?
I didn't see any rules about anything there, really. I mean, it was pretty... I was, for the most part, by myself for a lot of the museum.
You're saying it wasn't packed out? It's not the Mecca that I once thought it was?
How long
Towards the end of my stay, there were actually a lot of people there, but yeah, I could have really gotten away with anything. There weren't even people monitoring me.
So did you see if anybody had private area?
With a lighter and disfigured some people.
You probably could have.
Ooh, I didn't think of that.
Cameras, but there was no one.
One of those little hot blowtorchy lighters.
So the
Later, Conor McGregor.
You can go around fixing them.
Yeah, there you go.
So the famous wax museum in LA and elsewhere is Madame Tussauds. You went to the cheaper equivalent.
Yeah, it was. When we looked online yesterday, somebody said $40. That's if you get the ticket for all three museums. There's three that are connected.
Oh.
I just went to the wax museum, so it was $22.
Now this museum has been around way longer than Madame Tussauds.
Is that so?
Yes.
Yeah, it's super seedy.
It's cheaper.
I should say as well, I actually have been to other wax museums. There's one in San Francisco that was kind of legendary. Now Madame Tussauds owns it, so it's changed a little bit. It used to be owned by a family, and it was kind of well known for its very odd assemblages of various wax figures that didn't really belong together. So there are some from that as well that I threw in because I had my own collection of wax figure pictures.
Okay, perfect. So you took 2 photos of all these different figures. One is just the face, and then we're going to play a game where we try to guess which celebrity the wax sculptor was going for, and then we'll have the full shot in case we're unable to figure it out from the face.
Right.
All right.
Conan the Barbarian.
Right.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, but the headpiece gave it away.
I think
No, it didn't.
I think I would have known it
Yep.
anyway. He's a little Native American-y, but that's
a really rough
Arnold.
Schwarzenegger.
Wow, the body's really bad.
If the singer from Creed was Native American, that's what that would look like.
How dare you?
Yeah, the body looks like it's made out of wood somehow.
Yeah, it's very unwaxy.
Is that what his abs really look like?
No, nobody's abs look like that. It looks like he might be melting from the
Yeah,
lightness
that's-
on him.
That's
Yeah,
what it looks like.
his abs look like my tits.
I know, right?
Nursing.
I know, it looks like he's
Yeah.
got 6 pairs of tits.
Yeah, he doesn't have like 6 abs. He has 6 flabs.
They also had the enormous snake that you could stand and take a picture with as well.
Oh, I
But
thought
not
you
in
lifted
wax.
up
Oh,
his
that's cool.
loincloth.
Worth every penny.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's Johnny Depp.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but look, if the hat wasn't there, wouldn't you think that's like?
But why are we
Jesus
doing
or
it where
something?
that get?
He looks like a morph James Franco.
He does look like James Franco.
The facial hair.
He looks like Johnny Depp, but made of wax. What the fuck?
The facial hair is kind of Charles Bronson-y, but yeah, that's Johnny Depp.
I'll throw a few of these up on the show Instagram too.
Okay. At Jason L Show, yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay, that was a little tougher, but I got it.
Yeah.
Is
Chris
it-
Rock, he
Chris
looks
Rock.
a little white.
Yeah, he looks like the guy who used to be married to J-Lo.
He looks like Common a little bit.
Yeah, I see that. But yeah, that's Chris Rock.
Oh, man.
Dressed in his traditional white
Yeah.
tuxedo.
These wider shots are not helping at all.
It's
No,
funny.
no.
It's
exactly
actually
the
it's,
same.
it's kind of harder in a
I said
way.
that to
Yeah.
Andrew. Some of the wide shots, like, why are they dressed like that? It doesn't really give you any
Well, what
sense.
would be his iconic outfit? I guess like from the stand-up specials.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
black shirt and black pants. I'm
Instead
guessing.
of all white.
He looks like a waiter.
Yeah, he does.
Oh!
Wow.
Alright, this is hard.
No, I know who it is.
who it
I know
is,
who it
but
is.
does
I just
not
don't know
look
her
like
name.
It looks like it could be younger Melanie Griffith,
No,
or
it's that new actress.
Yeah, I know who you're saying. I don't. Yeah.
Emma Stone.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
They just made her teeth even bigger and her eyes even further apart.
Oh
I
my
Oh,
I had
God.
no idea
Wow.
who that was when I took the photo. I had to look at the sign.
I can't believe how much harder it is when you see the whole picture. Now that is
Yeah.
just generic pretty girl when you see the whole thing
Grimacing pretty girl. Yeah.
with a huge fucking mouth.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, it's obvious.
Somebody's got punched in the face a lot.
It's so bad.
It's obviously a fighter.
It's Channing Tatum, and it's so bad.
It looks like Mickey Rourke.
Is it Channing Tatum?
Yeah.
Channing.
Channing.
Yeah,
I don't know,
if
sorry.
he follows in Mickey Rourke's footsteps, he will one day look like this.
Yeah, it's like if you made Channing Tatum out of silly putty and the statue fell over.
Bingo.
He's so shiny and red.
And
It's almost-
lopsided.
seems
You
like
know, you know Brett Favre's hands are really red these days?
Brett Favre. Red hands. Is it
Yeah.
cold where he is?
Well, but why isn't his face red?
Oh, yeah, good
He's got
point.
an ad where he's walking through, I forget what it is, like a hardware store or something. And have you noticed this? Is this like a thing on the internet? His hands are like, I think
Maybe
he has
just
heart
got in a
problems.
fight.
It doesn't explain why his face is so pale and his hands are so
Maybe-
red.
maybe
It looks
s-
like he just maybe he ices them. Maybe he has arthritis and he has to ice them until the second they start rolling.
Maybe he takes tons of Viagra and it makes his hands red instead of his
It
face.
seems like a circulation issue to me.
Speaking of hands, just let me point out something about the Channing.
That's weird you
Tatum
analyze his hands, though. You're a serious fan.
Well,
My wife brought it up. She's from Milwaukee.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm looking at Channing Tatum's hands, and one
Okay.
of them
Channing
is
Tatum.
one of them is like a wax, just blob, and the other one looks like a real hand.
Well, I think it's the light. I will. I think
Is
the
it
light.
two different people? One work on.
No.
Hey,
No.
Bob, you work on this hand, and hey, what's the
No,
cleaning
it's
lady
probably just
doing?
the Flash.
Okay, all right.
That is easily
Oh.
what's his name when he's playing the wrestler.
Yeah,
that's Jack
not,
Black
That's Nacho Libre.
as Nacho Libre. Yeah,
This is probably the best one yet.
yeah, that one's pretty creepy. Except for his belly button, something's wrong there.
Oh wow.
I know who that is.
Yes.
That is what's his name who has a wig on, in my
You're a
opinion.
flower, you are.
Yeah, that's Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas
Yes.
Cage.
At his most Schwarzenegger-y.
Yeah, it looks like he's holding something in his mouth.
And that's his iconic scene where he explored the Arctic with a
No, yeah.
tiny little head.
Yeah, no, with it,
Yes, his head is tiny.
yeah, and he had a child with him, and they found stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
my
is that
God.
National
National
Treasure?
Treasure.
Yeah.
That famous movie where they CGI'd his hand so it was twice the size of his head.
Oh my God, his head is so small.
And
His hands are
hand is
gigantic.
So big. It's a fucking.
You know what they
mitt.
say?
Okay, that's a tough one.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Dan Cortez?
No, it's that what's his name?
Is that the guy from Creed?
Is that the guy from The Office? Is that John Krasinski?
It's a Jewish guy. This guy.
Is that Ben Stiller?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I don't even see Ben Stiller at all in that.
Of course it is.
It looks a little bit like Steve Carell.
Is
Or
that
Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd, yeah, it's Paul Rudd too meets John Krasinski, but it is.
Oh
Fucking
my
God.
God! His ear is gigantic.
It is Ben Stiller from Tropic Thunder.
It's if Dustin Hoffman was a monkey who played Ben Stiller.
As a hobbit. This is Ben Stiller from the Lord of the
Or
Rings
like
movies.
melted Adam Sandler.
Can they open this place for private events? Can we just have like a show?
Oh,
Christmas
a
party there?
broadcast? That would be
Tasmania 15
amazing.
there.
Probably would.
I'm not staying in there for a long period of time.
Oh,
That
let's
place
spend the
is
night
creepy.
there.
Fuck no.
Haunted
Man,
wax
you really are
museum.
creeped out. Would you really sleep there?
Yeah.
Andrew, you would never do it, right? Me neither.
Do these faces frighten you, Andrew?
And Mayweather.
Because
who
they are
cares?
essentially a mask.
You think that's Mayweather?
Of course it is.
I thought it was Tyrese.
Some of the black ones are just the shading. They just don't have now.
Is that a clue?
I don't think that's Mayweather.
Of course
I think
it
that's.
is.
I think it's Ice. I think it's Ice Cube.
No, it's
I
Mayweather.
have
sticking
no
with
idea.
Tyrese.
I've never seen this person before.
Give us the.
Oh my God!
Oh, Jamie Foxx!
Oh man.
From Django. Holy shit! These guys suck.
And you were positive.
Yeah,
that was it.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
I could make a better Jamie Foxx out of like a pile of mashed potatoes. This is really bad.
That's amazing. Oh God, what is that?
Is
That's-
that Steve Carell?
Yeah.
Pat Sajak.
It looks like a rat with a face.
Is that guy that
How
won,
many
like, 50
people
times in
in-
a row in Jeopardy?
How many wax people are in there in total?
Probably about 60.
So it's a pretty big place.
It's very spread out though. A lot of square footage, not so much waxy people. But
Just a big open area.
no, you go through all these hallways and turns, and they have different little sets.
Does it smell?
I didn't notice that.
Right.
So you say Carell? Yeah.
Oh
Ooh.
God,
Oh.
that is frightening.
Actually, I was about to guess Michael J. Fox, like current day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of brutal.
Do other cities have wax museums of stupid people?
Yeah.
A
This
bit
this
more
this,
larger
this one
cities,
is a
yeah.
chain. So I was looking at their website yesterday, and they have like I don't know, maybe 4 or 5
Which
locations
means-
around.
Is it like Chicago, New York kind of deal?
There's one that was in a very very odd. It was like in Missouri or something.
Oh.
Imagine how bad they look there, right?
I know.
Because like Steve Carell hasn't been a huge celebrity for forever. At a certain point, they're like, "Quick, we need 5 Steve Carells," and I'm guessing the Hollywood location gets the winner.
Yeah. This
Is
one,
that
Kevin Spacey.
Tom Arnold.
Pacino?
I thought it was Tom Hanks. There's a little vague Tom Hanksness about it.
Could be Mickey Rourke.
Or is it Bob Odenkirk? Is this in the Breaking Bad section?
I'm staying Pacino. Kevin Spacey's a good guess.
No,
though.
dude, that's Tom Hanks.
He's got too big of a nose to be Spacey.
If that's not Tom Hanks, I'm gonna be freaked out.
Not Tom
right now.
Hanks.
Who is
I
Who
don't
is
know.
that?
I still don't know. Is it
David-
Roman Polanski?
David Copperfield?
Is it Steve Blatter?
What is that?
Oh man.
That is Johnny Cash.
Oh, how dare they?
No!
How dare they?
And Man in Black guitar.
Man, Rick Fox, Jamie, I'm sorry, fuck. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
poor Denzel.
I know, right?
You know what Denzel looks like? He looks like in the Madonna Like a Prayer video, her boyfriend, the dead Jesus on the crucifix before he comes to
Oh
life.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Deep cut. That's a deep cut, but I see it.
Even more so when you want to step back.
Yeah, it's
you-
like if Denzel's having a peanut allergy reaction.
Yeah. His hands are as wooden as they can possibly be.
Oh man.
And Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Is
that
it?
It's gonna be Hugh Jackman.
I guess.
it
It
is,
looks
I
it looks like it
guess.
could be smug Johnny Cash again.
Yeah,
That
that's
could
Johnny
also
Cash.
be Johnny Cash. Yeah, if Hugh Jackman celebrity fades and they accidentally melt Johnny Cash, you can just slot him in.
Oh!
That's Jennifer.
Poor Jennifer
Yeah, yeah.
Aniston.
Oh,
Wait,
I was gonna say
no!
Kristen Wiig.
Yeah, you
That
can
is not
tell.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, they got the dick sucking wrinkle perfect.
No, that's not Jennifer Aniston.
Boom. Wait.
Oh my God!
Wait, look at one tit's way lower than the other. Look at one tit open.
Fucking House
She
of
should
Horrors.
sue them. She should sue them. That is.
I'm not sleeping there anymore.
People that are listening, one titty is 6 inches lower than the other one. It's come off.
Yeah, at the Jason Ella Show on Instagram, we'll have a nice couple collages of these.
Oh, that titty is gone.
You could cut her hair and it would be Kristen
Vin
Bell. It's
Diesel.
just as close to Kristen Bell as it is to Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, that's Down's Downsy Diesel.
Yeah, the potato nose is a dead giveaway.
Wow.
And the potato head and the potato ears.
Yeah, he's very
And the potato body.
right. Eminem.
Oh God! What have they done to him?
No,
I think it looks like Eminem because Eminem looks like a wax
That's the
figure.
guy from Big Bang Theory.
Oh,
Oh,
Rose McGowan.
It could also be Benedict Cumberbund.
Who's that?
yes.
Could be.
Doctor Strange. Oh,
Bieber.
this is tough.
Is it? No, that's a
I'm the
woman.
best at this.
That's a woman.
Ruby
Yeah.
Rose.
Who's Ruby Rose?
He looks like a scared potato.
How dare you? You don't know who Ruby Rose is?
Why that name?
I'm joking about how dare you.
She was a bad guy in John Wick 2.
She's like a model.
She's tattooed.
She looks like Bieber.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Okay.
Babes, thank you.
Oh my God.
Or Ellen DeGeneres.
This establishment has no shame.
Oh!
It's pink.
Oh, is it?
Who's it? The guy from?
I should probably shut up because I'm that good at it. It's ridiculous.
You spin me right round.
I felt bad for her because
Yes.
look, she needs dental work. Like she's. got
Yeah,
her
even though
teeth knocked out.
she doesn't. Yeah, no, that's like no, because I mean, who's maintaining this shit,
Wait.
Betsy? You can't go in there and check Pink's tooth every day.
Look at this-
No one's in there. No one cares.
Look at this position she's in too.
Yeah, I had to
Uh,
get that shot.
oh shit! I gotta go in there and
Yeah.
get a photo to send
Yeah.
to my good friend Carrie Hart. Yeah, look at me with your wife and shit. Ow! Yeah, I just realized that I'll probably get punched in the face.
Yeah.
Or you could
By
just
her,
take a
not him.
picture with any like dyed blonde, short-haired gay dude. Save yourself the trip.
Good point.
Right?
Michael Jackson. Oh, sorry. I keep
Yeah, I mean that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he already had a wax face.
I mean, it could be Janet.
Dionne Warwick.
Yeah, it could really be any of the Jacksons.
What is that?
Is that Keanu?
Alien
Is it
head.
is that Cumberbatch?
No, wait. Got it. No, don't. I have no idea. That's an alien head from Close Encounters.
Is that LaBeef? It's
Yes!
Shia LaBeef.
It's Shia LaBeouf.
Dressed up as a
Terminator.
1950s biker.
Fonzie. It's Shia LaBeouf.
Is that really
as
Shia
Fonzie.
LaBeouf?
It is.
Oh God.
I don't believe you.
What the fuck movie is that from? Oh, is that Crystal Skull, the Indiana Jones movie?
How does LaBeouf get a fucking wax
I-
figure?
Right.
I'd rather see
they
one of the
couldn't pick a-
robots.
Oh
It's John
God.
F. Kennedy.
It is Kennedy.
Or Robert Redford.
Is it Brad Pitt pretending to be John F.
Yes,
Kennedy?
it is. It's Brad Pitt.
It is Robert Redford as JFK.
Yeah. And look at that nice suit he's got on.
Man.
Is that a bowling shirt?
Yeah, that one was pretty rough. I felt bad.
This is a Jason Statham action figure. That is actually 9 inches tall.
Yeah.
I stand by that as a fucking Ken doll.
Man, that is the coolest thing to have at your house ever. Like, that is a giant Ken doll of Jason Statham. That's so cool.
Is that Negan? from
Now
Walking
that's
Dead?
Nah, that's-
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
That's
No, it
Yeah.
couldn't
Robert
be.
Down Syndrome Jr.
Oh God.
Yeah, I wonder if some of these celebrities, if they knew what they looked like in there, would ask to...
I went to Madame Tussauds.
Why?
Because they had the Tony Hawk thing there.
What?
And it looked exactly like him. It was like looking at Tony Hawk's face.
Yeah?
It really looked like him. I mean, they nailed it.
Okay.
This is insane. This is a very.
That's
It's
gonna
like
be fucking weird.
everybody's viewed through a fisheye lens. Oh my God, that's Eisenhower. No,
Is that Spacey?
Farver Beans.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Anthony Hopkins.
It looks like someone's been practicing their golf swings on his face.
I don't remember him being quite so pockmarked.
Right?
Definitely chunks of foam.
No, that's somebody's... Betsy has come before, once again, the person that's supposed to fix Pink's tooth, and somebody's put a cigarette out on his face, and that has really melted the wax.
And this is in the horror section. There actually is. There's like a celebrity section, and then there's a whole horror movie area.
Now, Michael would usually call those dots, what do you call them?
Freckles?
No, you called them something different on
Cancer?
him.
Dingleberries?
Moles.
Because this is obviously Morgan Freeman, and you say that Morgan Freeman has... What did you say he had on his
Beauty
face?
marks.
No, he didn't call him that.
Raisins?
It was some... I swear it was something like that, right?
Skin
Didn't he?
raisins.
Yeah, that's...
He said something... Michael was very mean to him. I remember
I
that.
don't recall that. He's got sprinkles.
He did not call them that.
Whoa.
That's Madonna.
Liza
No, no.
Minnelli.
Oh, no.
No, Miley Cyrus.
Miley. Yeah, that's
Clown.
it. Yeah.
No, that's Katy Perry.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
The dead giveaway were the tits.
Oh, I know this one, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, he's
you
right.
think so?
Why do you have to sculpt her boogies?
Well, she's made of wax. How are you supposed to?
Yeah, the nose is a little rough there, for sure.
That kind of looks like it from a distance.
Or Tom Petty.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
She
say.
was like-
I was gonna say that.
They tried to make them, I believe, proportional to their actual sizes in real life, and she must be like 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
She
she's
was-
tall.
She was huge compared to the rest of the people in that.
How big is Jason Statham? Pretty huge, right?
He looked really tall just because he.
Did
was
he
up-
really? Yeah, that-
He was up on like a that's
Smart.
jungle set.
Staying
so
high.
It's hard to get a grip on how tall he was.
Yeah.
That looks like Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, that Will Ferrell looks like
Oh,
looks
Will
like
Ferrell.
what's his name? He's like a guy who plays bad guys. Is like John Hurd.
Never heard of him.
He kind of looks
I
George
get
what you
Bushy
did there.
too.
Yeah, he does look like George Bush.
Well, he played George Bush.
Well, there you go.
Oh man,
Oh no! Wait, who's so? Is that,
Rambo and the Crocodile
Is that
Hunter.
Rambo attacking Steve Irwin?
No, Rambo's about. Yeah, I think he is going to attack Steve Irwin, which is pretty fucked up.
So like a saber-toothed tiger.
And it seems like
about to
the
attack-
Crocodile Hunter is going to save Rambo from a lion,
I
and
think it's the
Rambo's
other way
going to kill
around.
him.
This is from the one in San Francisco. This was my favorite picture from there because why is Rambo with Steve Irwin and why are they in the jungle and there's a lion?
People are also recommending the Tijuana Wax Museum. Here's an example of their work.
Okay, now if you go, whoever took that photo has balls of steel, because I would never go to the Tijuana Wax Museum.
Yeah, that Obama looked like Gilbert Godfrey.
I've been in the one in Hollywood, and I'm scared in there. TJ, you got to be shitting me. I'm never going in there. Who goes in there? Like the tourists, because I thought you only went there because you were like 17 and you wanted to drink illegally. You don't actually go to TJ to go to a wax museum, do you?
We gotta have something to do after you start drinking.
Man, I love their wax museum is just a room and they've got like 14 of these dudes just stacked in there.
Yeah, there's
That's like the San Francisco one. It used to be like that. It's like this insane assemblage of people that don't belong together.
it's Whoopi Goldberg looking on approvingly as humongous four-headed Sylvester Stallone consoles a sad Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
I thought that was the old guy from SNL.
Oh, Garrett Morris.
Yeah, I thought that was Garrett Morris.
I don't think he would make the cut at the Tijuana Wax Museum.
Can you bring up the Madame Tussauds Tony Hawk? Because I'm just saying.
Madame Tussauds does have some really, like, very few clunkers, very convincing ones, but even when you see one that's just absolutely perfect in person, you're like, alright, well, still, who fucking cares?
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
I don't get the appeal of the whole wax museum thing. Even if they're nailed perfectly, like that Tony Hawk one really, really looks like him. But
There were-
still, like, so what?
The families that started coming in after I was in there, the little kids were really, really excited about all of it.
Aw.
They were running around. They were trying to kind of guess who they were too. But and then when they,
Frankenstein.
yeah, well, actually, I was really surprised that parents brought their kids into the scary area because there was a lot of really scary noises. I thought Andrew would be pretty terrified there.
The place where they had Miley Cyrus and all that.
They also monsters.
Oh.
And stuff in there.
There's a lot of throwback shit that I thought would have been, like, kind of done. Like wax museums seem like they belong to an earlier, simpler time, but I think that they're doing pretty well these days. Like, you know, like dancing competitions on network TV, I thought was just fucking died with the 70s.
Well, if you go to Hollywood, though, it does give you an opportunity, in theory, to like, oh, look, I'm hanging out with this celebrity, because you're not gonna see them otherwise.
See, that's why I think it's really weird that they have them anywhere else. Because I'm like, you want to. Most of these people are dead, or they're definitely not on that street anymore. So this, but they're from Hollywood.
Right.
Just a weird.
I think New York and L.A. are the only two places you could like fool your friends.
But I think Tully's right. I feel like maybe if you go on vacation, there's some sort of tradition because you were lucky enough to go on a vacation with your family or something where you went to these fucking things. Because I don't understand why I've got kids. They don't want to go to that fucking wax museum. They've never been because I already know they don't want to fucking go. It's the worst place ever.
And it's not because they run into Tom Cruise at the supermarket. It's
No.
not because LA is so crawling with celebrities. Like, we all have stories of seeing celebrities walking around in Los Angeles. You can't live in LA and not have those stories. But the fact of the matter is, every single time it happens, it's somewhat remarkable because it doesn't happen every single day. Like, I don't fucking go and pose for photos with Tom Cruise
I'm just as far away from him as everybody listening to this is, and I'm not going to this fucking museum.
This 100% makes sense, and I'll tell you why. I bring my family to glamorous Hollywood. We're gonna go to Disneyland. The next day we're gonna go to Hollywood. Then we're gonna go to Universal. When you go to Hollywood, there's not shit for you to do, and
Yeah.
you want to get indoors away from all the stabby people. So you buy a ticket into one of these buildings.
I was gonna say because the ticket you could get, the combo ticket was for the Wax Museum and then the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, which I would never step foot in. I went to the one in Florida and I'm still creeped out.
See,
wouldn't ever go
I think maybe their future is that they could start using robots as celebrities that say,
I'm listening.
I mean, look here, see, I'm Humphrey Bogart or some shit, and then you're hanging out with Bogart and you get a photo, you get a video of him saying, Jason's the coolest guy I know. Look here. I don't know.
Or you could fit them with like fuckable genitals.
Wait, now I'm going. Okay. If you want,
turns fucking
I take the kids on a vacation and we go to hang out and Daddy fucks the predator or something.
Hold it right there, Will Ferrell.
Jason's really cool, see?
Keep fucking me good like that, yeah.
And they did have costumes, so you could really do it up. You could make your own videos, with the costumes and stuff they had there. They had, all sorts of props, lab coats, hats, feather boas.
I'm sure they're washed daily.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I know, right? Does wax hold disease?
Well, let's see what happens to Betsy over the next few days.
Yeah.
On watch.
Yeah, it seems like a dangerous place. I don't want to go there. But you survived, and hats off to you. That's a ballsy move.
Barely. I got bumped into the street, so people were really rude.
What do you mean bumped into the street?
There were like swarms of people, and they were just super rude, and I got knocked off the sidewalk onto I don't know what street it was, Vine or whatever, but yeah, like just super rude people not paying attention. So I almost did die.
You got to punch him in the chest, Betsy. Right in the sternum.
Like being one of Will's
They'll
videos.
stop looking at their phone when you do that. You know what I'm saying? Cool beans. I was gonna call you Jason Bourne, but I was like, fuck you. You're not even listening. Fucking asshole. I'm gonna take a break.
Please.
Here it goes.
It's so weird how it looks like they give them sweat.
Yeah, they're all very glistening.
You see? Sweaty wax.
See this fucking email from Evan?
Yeah, I responded.
Oh, you
to
did.
it. Yeah. I think he's right about a listener kind of. There's a lot of questions with that, but the idea, I think it's a solid idea.
What's the idea?
Just similar to what like Jose has for his studio stuff.
Oh yeah, for Affliction.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's just as simple as somebody who is willing to invest that money. Because sure, I got the idea, but fuck, man,
Yeah. No,
that's
it's a
no
big
joke
step.
money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That ain't like 20 grand or anything.
Yeah, I don't know how popular an Affliction store that is, and if it's just like
No,
like a
but
legit
it's
working.
different because Affliction is really tied into heavy metal, and he can get any band that's sponsored by Affliction, all the coverage, a lot. He's very powerful in the metal world.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, he's the Joe Rogan of metal. so happens that metal is nowhere near as big as mixed martial arts. It's unfortunate skateboarding sucks so bad. We could have cashed in on that. Fucking skateboarders suck. So boring.
How popular is skateboarding right now? Do you think?
I just think it's solid now forever, but I don't think it's in its heyday or anything. I think it's past that. But it's solid. People who are in there have a career.
Do you eventually get to a point where like?
Oh, you know what? It's down when it comes to the mainstream stuff.
You eventually get to a point though where there's not new stuff you can do, right? That you physically max out all the tricks and.
Nope. They do new shit every day. Every day I look on the phone and there's shit where I'm like, oh my god. Still goes.
So ridiculous.
People do shit now where it's like, it's very similar to when Tony Hawk's video game first came out. And you would do tricks where you would say, those are tricks that are only for video games because it's physically impossible.
To string stuff together and stuff like that?
Yeah, now there's fucking dudes that do, you know what I mean, 360 kickflip, land in a backside Smith grind, 360 hard flip out or something. And I'm like, it's just some fucking dude. Like, it's not even like a big famous dude. Just kids can do all sorts of shit. And then there's like these little weenie bird dudes that do 1080s.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
So now what?
Will's news.
And that's it?
We have the Reddit evil plans. We've got the Google search. We've got the worst fads bracket. Just depends on how long we want to go with Will's news. If we want to have like a true final calls.
Oh yeah, let's do that because we haven't done that for a while.
Okay.
Cousin heard Austin talking about me on Jericho's podcast, and he's just like, I couldn't believe fucking Chris Jericho knows who you are.
Audio is getting better.
Wrestle cruise. That'd be awesome. Go watch Fozzy play and watch Austin wrestle.
Is Austin going on his cruise?
I haven't seen that announced yet, but it wouldn't be surprising.
That would be great for me.
What's up, Matthew? Whoa. Moon Man. There's just a racist dude on here saying the N-word. YouTube. That tells me that I'm getting to the youth market because that's how the kids talk on video games.
I've heard that.
What's up, little boy? Don't tell your mommy you're saying that stuff on the internet. You're in big trouble.
How long do we got? 2 minutes.
Come on, Will.
I'm not gonna do it.
A listener has a photo.
Has a what?
Has a photo of. I assume this is him.
Well, has to be done. Craig Ferguson shuts the door.
There you go.
No one else does that.
You're a completely sober person, right?
Yeah, I've been sober. If I make it to Saturday, it'll be 25 years.
Why do you say it like that when you say if you make it to Saturday?
You gotta say that.
fucking Tuesday.
And York.
York.
And York.
And York.
In York.
In York.
In York.
He's saying Enya built an ark?
No, I'm saying at the location of the township called York.
Can they just face reality and start calling themselves Old York?
Well, this is in Maine, so it's not even like, it's like medium York or something.
What? Where are we?
Maine.
Okay.
We're in Maine, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. It's near Buffalo, right?
So police got a call into 911, and no one was talking, but they could hear screaming going on. Like more than one person screaming.
Yeah, yeah.
So a quick-thinking sergeant sprang into action with a clever idea. He used cell phone towers to triangulate the position.
Fuck yeah, internet.
And the cops rolled up to the house, and there they found
Axl Rose.
Darth Vader.
An underage drinking party.
Oh, fucking hell. Call the fucking fun police.
One of the kids had accidentally butt dialed 911.
Oh! He blew it!
Yeah. They arrested the mom for
Wait, how
allowing
did
all
you
the kids
butt-
to drink.
That kid will forever be known as Captain Wedgie.
Yep.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think so, because a couple hours later at 1:40 in the morning,
They
police
started another party.
received another call, this one from some angry parents who were saying their kid was at the party, accidentally butt dialed the police, and that made somebody at the party angry who pulled a gun on them.
Oh, fuck.
Wow, more like Captain almost shot in the face.
Yeah, they determined the guy was hiding in the attic. They evacuated, surrounded the house. SWAT showed up, and all this just from a butt dial. Moral.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to defend the guy with the gun, but it's not just any butt dial.
Well, they make
That
it.
is the party foul of all party fouls.
How does your butt get those fucking
They
three numbers?
make it really easy.
Because you typed that shit before.
No. They make it super easy to butt dial the cops because, unlike any other number you have on your phone, that one can be accessed from your home screen without unlocking the phone.
Oh.
So, it's like they're trying to get the phone to butt dial the cops or something.
Well, what? So you go, hello, it's 911, and you just hear some kid's butt. Why'd everyone have to go there?
They heard screaming.
Oh, yeah,
the kids
shit,
are
sorry.
raging, yeah.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, but they weren't. I mean, they just thought. Usually, it's hard to track down those phone calls. They don't make as much of an effort. But if they hear screaming on the other end of the line, they're going to try to track down the phone.
Remember that, people. Instead of trying to explain something, if you really need him, just start screaming.
Right.
That's what I told my daughter.
Just start screaming?
Yeah.
You got it. Hey,
I
you
took
got
her to the ice skating rink this weekend.
Yeah.
I let her have her shit back. I told her, Mom, got her shit back. I was like, you got to get your shit into gear. I don't say shit to my kids, but anyway.
Right.
Just get a mom. You know, I mean, this is radio, Jason. When I go home, I do not talk like this. This is a facade. Like, what's that dude? The truck country guy, get her done guy.
Larry the Cable
Yeah,
Guy.
I'm like Larry the Cable Guy.
Meets Mr. Rogers.
Alice Spade is just a character.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got this in the account. Fucking. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah. You want to go fuck? You can have all your shit back. We'll go ice skating. So I take her to the ice skating rink to meet her friends. Give her some money. I'm like, there you go. You can go ice skating with your friends. I'm gonna give you 3 hours. So then I go off on the promenade because I'm like, I'll just kill time, hang out with Katie on the promenade, and then hanging out. And I come down the promenade and I see Devin and her friends on the promenade hanging out. And I know I'm not cool, so when I walk by, she sees me, I see her, and I just keep walking because I'm trying to play it cool for her. Like, you don't want dickhead adults involved in that shit. They're way cooler than me. So I walk off, and then I text her, and I'm like, hey, I know that you're like, it's a little lie, but you can't tell me that you want to go ice skating and then just go down the promenade. If you want to go to the promenade, just tell me. Like, if I'm in the vicinity, just if somebody does something weird, have my number ready to go and just start screaming, and I'll find you, because I'll be on the promenade.
Right.
Otherwise, don't do that to me. It's sort of a weird.
I think
I
it's
didn't want to
more-
get angry, but I was like, I know the promenade's pretty safe, but anywhere where there's tourists, there's sketchy people on the sides of it. So Santa Monica is super safe, tons of cops, but there's straight up junkies and shit just in alleyways and stuff.
100%.
Things can happen.
And look, that's what attracts, ne'er-do-wells to any areas. You got some tourists who are packing some money, so let's go down there and see if we can rob some people.
Yeah, LA's got a lot of alleys too.
Yeah.
Like those parking structures by the promenade. The
Yeah.
last time I was there, I was walking down and there was just a menacing looking crazy dude walking.
They're everywhere there.
Yeah, walking through the alley, and I was walking down the stairs because this is when you start to realize how different it is to be a guy. 999 times out of 1,000, he's not going to do anything to me, so I'm just going to walk past him. I don't like walking past the crazy guy, but I'm not worried about it.
Imagine if you're a lady by yourself.
Walking down the stairs, I'm like one flight from the bottom. There's a woman standing there looking through the stairwell for this guy to pass. And I don't know this lady, and she doesn't know me. And I go, do you want to walk with me past this guy? And she's like, yeah, I would really, really like to do that. So yeah, that's the kind of thing that can happen very easily when you're on a lovely family afternoon at the Santa Monica Promenade.
We have a 911 dispatcher.
Oh.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the show.
So how do you
Somebody tell those
differentiate?
assholes to shut up.
How do you differentiate between something that you should be paying attention to and something that you can disregard?
Are you aware of any incidents, either with you personally or with coworkers in your industry, where it was a kid on the phone and they initially thought that it was a kid that had just dialed it for fun or accidentally, but there really was a situation?
Right.
When I was a kid, I remember definitely I had a phase where I could not keep 911 and 411 straight.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, and that was the period of time where you actually called 411.
Yeah. That can clog up the system, man, and some people won't get the help they need. So, good lesson.
Do you ever get a lot of guys or girls calling in saying they're overdosing on weed or some shit like that, and you just go shut the fuck up and hang up on them, or do you have to go see them?
Even if they tell you they just smoked weed?
Yeah, if they ate a weed cookie like that one fucking guy. Does that happen still? Do you still get a marijuana OD? Does that happen? Somebody can call and say that they think there might be fire in the walls and you have to go. You're not allowed to ask a few questions? What about, okay, so you call and they start giving you information and you are well aware that the information they're giving you is fucking batshit crazy, but they're like, I swear to God, there's a fucking goat in the walls and it's starting to fire, and you're like, okay, lady, and she's like, no, I swear to God, Satan's here. You still have to set the boys out there. What about if Will What about if Will calls 911 and just says that he's urinating in a room and the room is filling up with urine, and I'm in the background saying, "You guys got to get over here. This room's gonna fill up with piss, and we're gonna drown in this motherfucker's piss. You got to get over here. Will you come to free me from urine inside a house?" Wow.
Well, somebody's calling and saying that. Obviously, something's wrong.
Yeah,
They
but
could be
there's
having
no way you can piss that much.
They could be having a stroke.
And how would the room be waterproof?
I am a bomb, and I am set to blow.
Maybe you're having a stroke.
What about if someone calls and just starts giving you AC/DC lyrics?
I'm TNT.
Yeah, what about if someone just says, "I'm a rolling thunder, pouring rain, I'm coming on
I
like a
would send the
hurricane," and
cops.
just starts making threats at the...
I would send the cops.
They come.
Yeah.
What about if I call 911 and I go,
I think
"Hey
I have an answer to
man,
this."
I just wanted to say that you guys are cool, you do a really cool job, and I really appreciate your service to, the American citizens, and, shout out to you, motherfucker, you sound like a good guy." What about that? Do you come? Huh. What about if I do this? What about if I do this?
That's interesting.
Right, what about if I do this? What about if I go, "Hey man, fuck, I really need your help. I'm just playing. You guys are cool though, I really like what you're doing. Do you come over?" Right.
Yeah, just like he was just saying, a lot of times a domestic abuse person will say, "Oh, hi Betty, just wanted to see if we're gonna go out to lunch tomorrow," and they notice the cops because they're That's
Is there anything that like you consistently wish when people do call 911 for legitimate reasons, something that you wish that something that you know that you wish that they knew that could expedite or improve the process?
Stay calm.
Well, but I'm on fire and I'm a bum.
Yeah.
No.
There's a goat in the wall.
No, but look at but isn't that what kills people when they are drowning? Panic. I mean, panic.
And urine.
Panic kills people. So as soon as you can get the information across, the better off you'll be.
I'll remember that.
What
the next
about-
time an insane person is in my house trying to shoot me? Thanks.
Mike,
Well, you can scream in the phone and
Mike,
it'll show up.
What about if Andrew calls and he starts freestyling to you? Do you call? I like this guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
All right, thanks for calling in, man. Appreciate it.
That's a tough job.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a tough job.
Tough people out there on the streets. This guy is too. Is it Peyton?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey.
Yeah, I used to work it down in Mississippi for about 9 years, and like you said, whether it sounds ridiculous or not, today especially comes down to a liability issue. If we get a call, don't treat it seriously, don't send someone out there for whatever the case may be. I'll never forget I had a guy call one night and said there were kids playing hide and seek in his house, and they wouldn't quit hiding in the wall. Now, normally, 2 o'clock in the morning, you just hang up on that, but if something happens to him or he ends it or something like that, we're held responsible. So regardless of what it is, we have to send somebody out there to make sure, they don't need, especially with all the mental health issues these days,
All right.
psychiatric help or something else like that.
Do you have a story? Something happened?
No, that's all I was
Oh.
saying. The guy with the mental health issues, kids hiding in the wall, even if it sounds ridiculous, you have to send somebody out there. And like you said, the information, the only thing I can stress is if you can't get anything out, try and get a location out. No one knows where to send help. And that is a tough job because normally when people not call 911, they're freaking out. They can't get any information out. But a location at least starts off the help to send someone to that place.
There you go.
Try
Thanks,
to
man.
remember that when a crazy guy's trying to stab you, Tully.
So yeah, when a crazy guy's trying to stab you, you got to remain calm.
Location.
Yeah, just keep saying, "I'm on the corner," if you know what I mean, wherever you are, and don't.
That was another one.
Yeah.
But that's not what's important right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
Operator, you still there? Yeah, you're still stabbing me.
I'm being stabbed.
But I'm remaining calm. Yep. No. Still right now.
I
Mhm.
mean, just like
over and over again.
just Swiss cheese over here.
Yeah.
I am a gusher, but
Yeah.
don't let that rush you, dear. You grab a pencil and a paper, and I'll
Yeah.
tell you
I'm on
where
the
I
corner
am.
of this street and that street. You're gonna see a pretty calm guy
I'll
getting
be the
stabbed
guy.
repetitively on this corner, and I'll be there waiting for your assistance.
I'll be the guy getting stabbed, chilling.
Do you need me to stay on the line? Because I can do
Fine.
that. I mean, this guy's letting this one arm be free as he stabs everything else on my body.
Okay, I have a legitimate.
I'm gonna, you know what? He's stabbing that arm too. I'm gonna go hands free. Yeah, like I'm on speakerphone, still happening.
I have a legitimately stupid question.
Yes, Will.
When I call Time Warner Cable,
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling from a New York number because I'm using my cell, and it always puts me to the New York office, and they can't help me.
Oh, doesn't that make you angry?
When you call 911 from your cell phone, does it's based on your actual location, not anything else, correct?
Got it.
Okay.
Has to.
Has to.
I don't know.
Solved.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever called 911
Oh, you know what? I have.
other than when I was a kid and didn't know the difference between that and 411.
Hello,
You mentioned that.
Rick. Welcome to the Jason Ellis Show.
What's up, bro?
Hey.
Yeah, first of all, let me tell you, people call 911 for the most fucking retarded shit you would ever fucking imagine.
Like what? Give us an example.
Alright, so you get called for a fucking 23-year-old girl with a hemorrhage, right? And you get there.
That's so stupid.
She's fucking bleeding. She got a fucking period. She wants to go to the hospital because she doesn't have any fucking tampons.
What a dumb bitch.
I work in a very busy city in New Jersey, and the shit that people call fucking 911 for would blow your fucking mind. Yeah, you see crazy shit, but you're just
Like what?
I mean, you know, like what don't you see in a big city? You know, crazy accidents, motorcycle accidents with limbs ripped off, and you know, guys jumping off fucking parking decks and shit. You know, very sick people. That's not cool though. You know, everyone wants blood and guts. But yeah, you see all types of shit. We get a lot of shootings. We get a lot of stabbings. Very violent, crazy city.
Does that toughen you up, or have you always been like that?
Dude, it's fun. I mean, it's fun. The part that pisses me off is all these assholes calling up fucking, you know, be transported to the hospital because they're on the fucking rag.
Yeah, but I always thought it'd be really
Wow.
a tough job because, you know, look, if you're watching a dramatic movie, you know, you get a little nervous and stuff. But if you're talking to somebody on the phone who's hiding in the closet because somebody's broken into their house.
Listen, bro, you know what's fun? You get called for some crazy guy who smokes a bunch of K2. You know what my job is? I get to go there and fight this guy. You know how much fun that is?
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I get paid to fight fucking drunks and crazy people all night long.
Now I'm starting to.
Yeah, thin blue line, huh?
So when someone's super drunk in a hotel room, you'll get there as fast as you can because you know you get to beat him up.
That's not what he said.
Have you ever? What is no?
I
What's
do it all the
K2?
time.
What's K2?
Yeah, like spice and shit.
Wow. Right. So what about? Have you ever gone to someone's on K2 and you try to fight them and they beat your ass? Yeah. Is it close ever?
What's the worst drug that somebody can be on for you to respond to them because they're gonna have like superhuman strength?
Wow. Man, PCP's
Wait.
still going, huh?
Wet?
Yeah.
Right.
Good
Life-
times.
You know life sucks when you're smoking embalming fluid.
Yeah.
I mean, like you're trying to escape. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're
Well,
doing that, just think to yourself for a second, I'm smoking embalming fluid.
But you seem like you're kind of into like walking around with dead people and stuff. You sounds like you're excited to get to work and watch some limbs fly off.
That's what you train for.
Exactly. And not many places, you know, you get to see all this crazy shit. Yeah, you got a lot of bullshit nonsense in between, but you know, I'm fortunate enough that I get to actually use these skills in a place that, allows me to.
Do you think you look at like the human race in a different way because you see such a dark side of it, kind of like when you go to a strip club the first time, or wait, if you're a stripper the first time, you see how bad guys are.
Dude, I bounced in a go-go bar for probably 6 or 7 years, and that was even more fun than this. I didn't make money doing this, but
Right. So you're a certain kind of guy, because this is how workplaces and industries get cultures. Is I'm sure there's people who get into your line of work and then they go, I just can't handle seeing the dark shit. I want to help people, but the dark stuff's really bumming me out. I need to get away from it. And you're the kind of guy who's like, that's the highlight of my week when I see some crazy shit I've never seen before. And the people who end up sticking it out are people like you.
yeah, definitely. Like, dude, fucking like burned up torso and shit that some guy hacked up and wanted to get rid of the evidence. Like, that's crazy shit. Like, who gets to see that shit on an average day? Yeah, a lot of people.
Who wants to see that shit on an average day is more the question. You do, and that's great. And thank you for doing what you do. Come on, dude. That's fine. That's cool. We need you. We need people like you.
Yep.
That's true.
We're all kind of fucked up.
Hey, we're all fucked up.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
That's why you called the show, because you're listening to us fucking idiots.
Yes.
Keep Trenton safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Sweet.
All the good times at once. My show, dude. This guy's gonna kick your ass. Fuck yeah.
Fighting a kid.
I like your style.
Awesome.
Thanks, dude.
And news that's not shocking to anyone. The amount of millennials living with their parents was high, but it's still climbing.
Why are they so lazy, Will?
Who?
The millennials, the people who reached young adulthood about the year 2000.
I think we should strap them to those wooden log pole things and make them do the circle thing, pushing the log around, cranking the oil or whatever it is.
Yeah. I think that maybe they would move out of their parents' house if they would just get a job.
Well, funny you should mention that because, there are lots of jobs out there comparatively.
Yeah. That's right. It's getting great again.
Yeah. And, the figure has been climbing for years, and even younger millennials, so people that are 18 to 25, 59.8% of them live with relatives. Tons of job openings. It's like the jobless rate is like the lowest it's been in 17 years.
What about if we take your firstborn?
I think a lot of those people
might be drastic.
Do make money and do have jobs, but they don't want to spend it, waste it on rent.
What about if we make a new power source that runs on baby?
I'm against.
Sorry, wait. What about a power source that runs on
baby shit?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, baby shit's cool. Shit is cool. We need to fucking use shit.
We do.
I mean, if Tina Turner can do it, why can't we?
Mm-hmm.
But we need them to have jobs. So if we made a thing where everybody there was such a thing that we needed all the people to be in this area where they're all working, so everybody gets a job. They all go there. And all the celebrities are all bad. Everybody who's famous is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty obvious now that that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Sooner or later, we all did something bad, obnoxious, and we're going down for it, and we're all getting fired.
Mm-hmm.
Being famous is bad, just like being a football player.
Mm-hmm.
And then the kids don't play football, and they don't try to be famous, and they just try to work and then go home. And then Donald Trump makes a giant factory where all the people go in there, and they all row
and
rowing
turn
machine.
Shit into fuel.
And it turns shit into fuel.
Yep.
Every day, or you could look at it like everything is awesome.
I heard every word you said.
You saying that that didn't make any sense?
I'm just saying I heard every word you said.
Okay.
The Las Vegas commissioner.
Yeah.
Chris, I think I'm pronouncing this correctly. Gucci Giuliani.
Really? Gucci Giuliani?
Yeah, I think that's right.
How did he get the gig?
He's thinking about closing down the strip.
For good?
No, to traffic, to cars, to vehicles.
Oh, so that the streets can be free with tourists.
Free with people. Oh,
it's a shit street to drive down anyway.
There's the
it's
dude.
A shit
Chris.
Street to walk down.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of a shit street. It's like their
Aw.
Hollywood. It's like kind of like their Hollywood and Highland.
Yeah, but
I think it's a good street.
if they had a little bit of
Once you get off it,
I'm
there's
excited.
good things on it.
I'm always excited to be on there, and I would actually the only thing I would want to do if I could go back in time would be to be young and go to Vegas with my friends and go to all the hotels and get wasted and do stupid shit. That was cool.
Rat
Thanks,
Pack.
Vegas, for me.
Yeah, we used to do
I,
that.
I wish I could have
Go
backed
to the
that.
Rat Pack.
My
I've
Rat
actually-
Pack sucks so bad.
We did that once or twice a year in my 20s, and it was a
It was
lot
great,
of fun.
right?
We went to the
Yeah.
shittiest place, went to Circus, and we beer bombed,
Yeah,
and,
you know.
and we'd fucking eat weed brownies, and then we'd go to the $5 blackjack tables and have no idea what was going on, and lose like $80. It was terrific. It was some of the best times of my life.
That's what I'm saying.
And I came across a video of us recently. I didn't know there was any video footage, and man, were we stupid and not entertaining, and not a single dumb thing that was coming out of our drunk, stupid mouths was half as funny as we thought it was, and that's great.
Yep.
Yes,
Having a
that's what
blast.
you want.
Yeah, we thought we were ruling, and we sucked so hard. There were
Well,
like 50 of us.
as I have just learned from this photo that Andrew pulled up, Chris, all Gucci Giuliani,
Yeah.
is a lady.
Of course she's a fucking
And
lady.
she wants to close it down to it's just pedestrians, but all they need is some transportation, better transportation.
Yeah,
I'm
no, if they had
thinking-
trams and they shut down the road, that would be so much better.
I'm thinking
I'm for it.
old school
Ding,
steam,
ding, ding.
coal
Motorboat,
powered
no,
train.
all different ones. You could have like private ones that are
Choo-choo.
Lamborghinis, but they're not Lamborghinis. They just look like a Lamborghini on
They
the
run
train.
on a rail.
Yeah, and you can like play your shitty fucking DJ music in there and get bottle service
Plug in
while
your
you're watching a
aux
movie, because it
headphone
could
thing.
be.
Yeah.
If it's trams, you're not driving it.
That's good. I like that. It'd be like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, but
Yep.
on a larger scale.
I don't know who Mr. Toads is, but yes, it would be like that.
Exactly like that.
Is he a frog?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's probably a toad.
I've got enough
Oh,
information.
no, it's a frog, I'm pretty sure. It disappeared 12 years ago, but now it has reappeared overnight.
Christ.
Your boner?
No, no.
Your mom.
It's nothing. It's nothing that big. It's a beach in Ireland.
It's gone. You say.
Well, that hurricane that hit the UK a couple of months ago,
Yep.
combined with other storms,
Yep.
actually brought the beach back. Before it was like all these boulders and like dead vegetation. and
Yeah, like
stuff,
all
and-
of Europe's beaches.
Yeah,
They suck.
It brought the sand, and now
It's
it's,
covered
a
in
real
sand.
beach again.
Now the Irish can return to their natural bronze state.
Now, listen, it is local.
Hey,
folklore.
Sapasi!
It's local.
Come on, Sapasi, here, let's get it. If I can surf for a second out, here we go.
Sun's out, buns out.
Oh, look, I'm getting barreled over here.
It's local folklore that goes back hundreds of years. It says that,
Aye.
that this beach comes back every 7 years, and then it'll disappear again. And it's been 12 years, so that's bullshit.
It's pretty. I mean, it's
They
not.
better fucking get out there then.
Yeah, get out there while you can. It's the end of days. We're all gonna die.
Wait, that's the next part of the news?
That's it. That's all that story.
Wait, that was a man. That's
Well,
tough.
scientists say the geological record shows the Pacific Northwest from Vancouver down to Northern California is due for a major earthquake, and such an earthquake would likely be followed by a massive tsunami. And now there's a new study that shows the region just off the coast of Washington has all the ingredients for a megaquake.
Man.
That's even better than an earthquake. It's a megaquake.
Where's that again?
Well, you know,
Like, is that gonna?
I can't go into all the
Are we getting
scientific
barreled? Who's
reasoning
getting the beach?
behind it, but I wonder how a giant tsunami, how far inland that would come here in Los Angeles. What do you think? You think it would make it this way?
Why?
Just
Why you
asking.
gotta do that?
What's the furthest tsunamis can go inland?
I don't know. One in Japan went a long way, it seems.
I'll shoot the tsunami
Yeah,
if it comes
fight
near
it.
my house. Yeah, it's on. You
Well,
think I'm just going out?
No,
I ain't
that
going
sounds
out.
like a solid plan. But remember, they did recommend against shooting the hurricanes in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the same thing.
Fuck.
10 miles.
Tsunamis can travel as far as 10 miles inland, depending on the shape and the slope of the shoreline.
What about if I start building an ark now for it?
If you hear a voice in your head that tells you to do that, then
I
you
just
should.
did.
Oh, well, you should get on that.
10
I'm not bringing
miles.
everybody. Fuck your one of each, but you know what I mean, like, because I don't even like some birds, so they're not coming. You know
The
what I mean?
animals you don't like are just going to stay off the ark?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, like you'd be surprised though. Some would get in that you would be surprised. but-
Mosquitoes?
No, I say fuck off, and they fly around, so they're probably going to be a lot of them anyway. So no.
Eventually
But I would
you're gonna
definitely,
have to land.
I would definitely have a lot of spiders and stuff like that because when I pop out of the ark, we're going to be fucking some insects up because I don't like them bitches trying to be biting me and shit, causing diseases.
Wait, you're bringing the spiders or not?
I'm bringing the spiders.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Catch
Oh, because they're
stuff.
going to catch
Yep.
the...
Mhm,
Yeah, okay,
mhm.
gotcha.
See what I'm doing?
Good news, guys. I just looked it up. Santa Monica Pier is 11 miles from here.
Oh, dodged a bullet
So even
there.
in the worst case scenario, as long as you're on this side of La Cienega,
Perfect.
you'll live.
Oh.
Perfect.
Oh, well, then forget all that.
Keep that in mind when buying a home as well.
Then maybe this could kill you.
Andrew's gonna die by one block.
Ah, the harshness.
Oh, so close.
Have UFOs finally been proven real?
Yeah, finally, right?
There was a mysterious bright object racing across the sky above Heathrow Airport in London, just seconds ahead of an airplane landing.
Look out! Bloody hell! It's a fucking alien! How's it go, Andrew? I mean, sorry, how does it go? Yeah, no, you know what? How does it go, Andrew? Oh,
That's a pretty solid Australian.
go ahead, Cool Beans. Wait, isn't this an English guy? Will?
I don't know what that was.
And then Kevin wasn't paying attention to the show, but was listening to you, so then he did his Australian.
Sorry, but that's watching the video. That's a meteor. You guys are stupid.
Yeah, that is a meteor.
Yeah, okay. Well, then you were totally yeah.
That's a pretty good meteor. I've never seen one.
So
like
to
that.
answer the question, have UFOs finally been proven to be real?
No.
Yeah,
No.
so this is an identified flying object.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a meteor.
What are you guys laughing at?
You think I may have been onto something? Yeah, I'm sure he was busy calculating how far he lives from the Santa Monica Pier. Totally, totally understandable.
He did have a compass out. And, all right, well, why don't you solve this mystery?
All right.
Russian authorities today confirmed reports of a spike in radioactivity in the air over the Ural Mountains.
Urinal. Not sorry, I'm just
Yes.
doing a dingo right now.
It's a urinal.
Yeah. That's
No,
just a word that rhymes near it.
Russia and France have both detected ruthenium 106.
Yeah, is that like, does it
That's
give
the
you
worst
energy?
ruthenium.
That's 107 is worse.
It doesn't
but-
give you any energy or anything. We can't use that for like a huge bomb. We can't make a huge bomb out of it.
Maybe that's what they were doing over there in Russia. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway,
Nobody knows what it is or why it is. It's just a whole bunch of ruthenium 106 floating around out there.
shout out to Luthinium.
Mm-hmm.
Take that, Putin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of mysteries,
Yeah, no, I'm always mysterious.
a meteor.
I love meteors. I've
End
always
of
been a
the
huge media
world?
fan.
Those are the questions experts and non-experts around the world are asking themselves because of the booms.
The booms.
There are a lot of booms.
Sonic booms?
No, they're not sonic
Oh,
booms.
just booms.
Just booms.
What's a boom?
Shaking buildings and rattling the nerves of people all the way from Alabama to Michigan.
Wait,
Idaho
what's
to
a
California, Russia to Denmark.
what's a boom?
It's just a boom.
Wait, there's just a sound that goes boom?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about that.
For example, the Alabama boom last Tuesday was heard and felt through 11 counties.
So what?
Not an earthquake, Not a sonic boom.
I can hang with booms.
Well-
Booms aren't bad, right?
What is
Well,
it?
it has to be a sonic boom, or else how did they hear it?
Yeah, Will. I knew it was a sonic boom. Trying to fucking...
Not a sonic boom in the traditional sense in which we think about a sonic boom being
Which is
caused by a flying aircraft going past the speed of sound.
But it was still a sonic boom. Maybe it was an
It was
alien...
an audible boom.
You
I
know
think
what
would
it
be
is?
more
It's
accurately,
alien ships.
Characterizing
It's
it.
alien ships. Sonic
Exactly.
booming.
That's what the experts say.
And the only thing is if you're going to sonic boom, there's no way you're invisible because you can tell everybody's got invisible ships. I mean,
Well-
Wonder Woman had it in the 70s.
Plus, they'd be going very fast. Like, if
Right, you
flew
can barely
if
see
you
them.
flew here from so far away that we haven't picked you up yet, because we can see pretty far into space,
Mhm.
you're probably moving faster than we could even see.
Boom.
Well, the day after that happened, the same thing happened in Idaho.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what?
the same ship just traveling around.
You know what?
Booming people.
Bring it on. Like, at this point, it's almost like if your relationship is, like, just completely on the rocks, and you're like, you know what, fuck it. Why don't we just get some Swedish guy to move in with us and fuck both of us? Like, what we got right here, right now, isn't working. Let's think outside the box a little bit. Let's see what happens if the aliens show up, because things aren't going so great with humankind on humankind left to our own devices.
Yeah, maybe they could help us. Maybe they have like a magical plant that makes you heal cancer, and maybe they have like some kind of tree that they plant and it makes all the oxygen, saves the environment and shit.
Tools we haven't even thought of,
Maybe-
like a wrench that could also work as a screwdriver.
Maybe they have like a magical thing that they just dip in the ocean and it makes all the plastic go somewhere and didn't disintegrate. You don't even know, bruh.
Or they just laser all our heads off.
And take over? Well, if they laser all our heads off, then that means we went to war. Everybody went to war together. I don't want to go to war unless everybody's going to war.
Then at least we'll be together.
That's
doing
all I
it.
care about.
Yeah.
If we fight the aliens off and, you know, like a
And
total
win.
Independence Day, we never should have won. Because if they can make it here, they're obviously way more.
Will we
technically
fight
advanced
each other
than us.
again? Yes.
How long? No, of course we will. How long? How long does the global peace last?
Wouldn't it start immediately because people would start to try and take things that they didn't already have from the aliens being here?
Yeah, probably.
In other news, I'm going to read this story word for word as it came to me from ABC Eyewitness News.
Let's speak.
Yikes! Woman drives with massive spider in car for 20 minutes.
Why didn't she pull over?
It was a truly heart-stopping moment when a driver discovered a massive spider perched above the driver's seat. It hitched a ride with a woman in Australia.
Oh, man.
The woman
It's a
noticed
huntsman.
the creepy critter, but
Yeah.
did not know how to get it out of her car, so she kept driving for 20 minutes.
How many cars were involved in the ultimate pileup? Because this has happened before. We've reported on car accidents caused by a spider in the car.
She also says the spider was staring at her the whole time.
That makes sense. They do.
Well, they have so many eyes.
Huntsmen don't fuck around.
And she also, look, I haven't watched it, but she also filmed the whole 20-minute spider driving ordeal. But I'm gonna
Wait, the camera was already on, or she put the
I
camera
guess,
on?
I don't know, but I mean, I think I would pull the car over.
Yeah, I call bullshit on this lady. I'm saying she's trying to get a shout out, and that's her pet huntsman.
That's what I think.
It's bullshit.
It's like
It's on video.
I'm so scared.
You
I'm
just
gonna
so
keep
happen to have a fucking
driving.
video of on the dashboard so you could film a fucking huntsman staring at you.
Nobody in the right
Who doesn't
mind
pull
would have
over?
a video on their dashboard.
Everybody pulls over. It's stupid.
And who killed Tupac? Find out tonight on A&E.
Oh, wait, it was Suge Knight, wasn't it?
We don't know until we watch the 6-hour limited series that will try to answer that question. Benjamin Crump is going to conduct an in-depth investigation.
Uh-oh, Crump's on the job.
Yeah.
Is that
so
Donald
look
Trump's
out.
brother or something?
Consider it solved.
Oh, you've never heard of Benjamin Crump?
No.
Yeah.
Did he invent crumpets?
But
Because those are tasty.
I don't have any information on him, but I can tell you
I think
Tupac.
it's weird that they only have one flavored crumpet.
Tupac was apparently a prolific and influential rapper and actor, and some would say poet.
Yeah, he was a sellout.
9 p.m. tonight on A&E. Two other notes in the news. Just a couple of thoughts on Thanksgiving. People are going to deep fry their turkeys.
I thought you were going to say people are going to deep throat
No,
their relatives. I'm like, wow.
Deep throat deep fry the turkey.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a lot of hilarious videos of people catching on fire, and
Oh.
houses burning down and stuff. Because
Yeah.
people do it raw.
I have a turkey at my house that's going to get cooked. I'm not that much of a fan of that. I just want to go to the Rainbow and eat
I'm not a
fruit.
big fan of turkey. It's
I
not
don't want
really.
I don't want in my house with all the shit everywhere.
Once I cooked a turkey for myself.
Really?
I
By yourself?
I lost the taste for turkey because
you ruined it.
That raw turkey sitting there and it's
Oh, you had to
gelatinous
see it before.
blob.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
I see. I can.
No,
I
you're
can,
selling the hell out of the weekend.
I can kill a cow and eat that, but a turkey is just I don't know. It just
Final calls,
smells
by the way. Sorry,
bad
we'll
and
855 Ellis 41. Come on, everybody. Final calls.
it's all blobby and. Anyway, look.
Did it have like juices on it?
Lots of people are gonna like set stuff on fire because
did
they
you put
too much
stuffing
oil.
in it?
Yes, I did.
You put it up its butt like a fistful?
I usually put stuffing in the turkey.
I would like to add, if I'm going to put stuffing in it, I'll put my own stuffing in it, and I don't want to copy everyone else's stuffing in it. I'll put chocolate chips and cookie dough in it.
That's going to be delicious.
What, if it had a hint of cookie dough and chocolate chip in the turkey?
Cookie dough.
Yes.
Sometimes two good things together don't make a greater thing.
What about chilies and eggs?
Oh, okay. I can see that. That's appropriate. Put eggs up there.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be good. But
Go back home where you belong, eggs.
Don't use frozen turkey. Don't have too much oil.
Wait, what's wrong with this frozen turkey?
It's gonna explode. It's gonna get
hot
really fast. And it's just gonna be a turkey bomb.
Did you see Donald Trump pardoned a turkey? That was very exciting. His name is Drumstick, which means he was born to die,
That's
but he still dodged the bullet.
disrespectful.
Well, he's alive, so I don't think he's that pissed.
Yeah. Wow!
Oh.
Now that is surprising.
Man, you know that almost evens up for him allowing the elephant shooting ban to happen. Is that not true, or is that true? Is that fake news that told me that?
Originally, you were right. They were going to make the change and allow trophies to be imported back into the U.S.
Yeah.
He's since said he is reviewing that, and he expects a final ruling about what the law will be regarding elephants, lions, that sort of thing in the coming weeks.
It's so insane.
But I did see breaking news on CNN that he's supporting that senator from Alabama, apparently.
What? Who's that?
I don't know, CNN. But and that's it. That's all I got.
855 Ellis 41 final calls. Anybody can call the show and say whatever they want. Hello, who is this? Get it. Off to a bad start. Welcome to the Jason Ellis Show. You're live.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Who's this?
This is Abe in Texas.
Abe in Texas. What's going on, man?
I think every show should start out with Big Chin John versus Andrew. That was the funniest thing. I couldn't stop laughing. I've been driving all day. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
Done.
Andrew, you're the king, the rap king. Does it feel good?
What I did does not feel good, though.
What do you mean? I mean, you won.
Right. I still feel somewhat embarrassed by my rap skills, talent.
Oh,
My
man.
talent.
Holy shit. It's like talent, but you're scatting at the same time. I get it. Jason Ellis Show, you're live. Live. You're live. Yes, hello.
I just want to say that I love when Sully giggles. It makes my day.
Oh, that's very nice of you to say. It's a shame that an involuntary noise is your favorite part of the show.
It just sounds so cute. You have like a laugh and then you have a giggle, and it just makes me smile. So thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have big boobs?
They're average.
Oh, okay. I'm off.
Did you start listening to the show because you're dating a guy or married to a guy who liked the show and then you got into it?
No. I started listening just because I am serious and it's a good show.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks.
Very smart lady.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I talked to at Ellis Manias. I talked to a lot of ladies who are like, my husband is obsessed with Jason. Like, and I listened. And I was like, what are you listening to? But then I heard you, and I don't know why I'm doing my Andy Dick impression now, but yeah, I find the wives and girlfriends tend to enjoy my work.
Welcome. Whoa. Welcome to the show. Hello.
We should send them out there right now.
Hello. Yeah.
Hey, this is Sean from Charlotte. I have a quick question. The final call is just Vicky calling to ask anything.
Yeah.
Hey, how do I approach? I'm dealing with married my fiance. We've been together 2 years. I have a good fetish, but I don't want to scare her off. But I think I need to let her know before we get married.
How bad of a foot fetish? Like, do you need to make out with it and stuff?
No, to be full disclosure, I'd love to talk her to let me suck her toes, but I don't want to scare her off. But by the same token, I don't want to,
Wait, you just want to suck her toes? You don't want to fuck her feet or anything like that?
no, just play with her feet.
I don't feel like I feel like you could just tell her that one. I feel like sucking toes is kind of kinky, but it's not. I mean, girls have nice toes, so kind of. I don't feel like she's gonna leave you on that one. It'd be different if you were just like, I have to fuck feet all the time. That might be something that she could find harder to swallow. But I think you should just tell her.
Yeah, you seem. I mean, we don't know you at all. You sound like an anxious kind of guy. I feel like just don't let yourself make too big of a deal out of it, because I think you're at just as big a risk of weirding her out over. Well, I have to suck your toes.
Yeah. Don't say that. Don't say it like that.
Yeah.
Just do it. To be honest with you,
Just say I have a foot fetish. Fucking people do it all the time.
Yeah, man, just stick a big toe in your mouth and see what happens. She'll probably just go along with
Yeah,
it.
you
I
have.
don't have a foot fetish, and I've done that, and nobody seems to give a shit.
You have to do. You can't marry somebody without them knowing something that's important to you like that.
Frankly, you should have
right.
told her a while ago. But
That's right, but-
That's spilt milk.
That's ridiculous. You've got to be completely honest. If it scares her off, then that means you shouldn't have been with her in the first place.
And if you're not going to be completely honest, say it's about her feet. You've
Yeah.
never felt
We
this
gotta-
way before about a foot.
We got more people to help. 855-41. Hello. Yes, welcome to the show. Yes. Thanks. Yeah.
I've missed you too, buddy. It's been several years.
Irony.
My kid's going to college now.
Yep. We're on Sirius XM Faction Talk Channel 103.
You know what? You can first of all, I would go to just Google Sirius free trial, and you can listen for at least 30 days free that way. Awesome. Done.
Remember when I used to shoot people on the phone? Jason L. Show, you're live. Red Dragons.
Done.
From the ocean.
Yeah.
Yes.
40,000 leagues under the sea.
Those leagues. Yep. Keep bad audio. Welcome to the show. Yes, you're live. No, it's Adam Carolla, and you're on the Adam Carolla Show. I'm Adam Carolla. Yeah. Yep, but that's rude and inappropriate, and I mean, I'm gonna get you on hold and call the police.
Yeah, there's a lot more to her than her model good looks.
Right?
You son of a bitch.
Right? It's not like that anymore.
Andrew's super fucking hot too. You don't hear us bringing that up.
It's because his mind's not hot. What?
What?
Your V of what? Oh, you. Oh, God. I want to puke on you or punch you.
Andrew, so beautiful on the outside, so ugly on the inside.
I feel bad about some stuff I say on the radio, but I don't say that.
No, you didn't. You're right. Jason, I'll show you live. Hey. Yeah, hello. Welcome to the show. A little bit. Yep, I've had some conversations with my daughter about what can happen out on the streets. Yep. No, I wouldn't. I think I've done in an appropriate way. I didn't go into full detail. What? Oh, my son's 8 years old, and I mean, if it's a daughter, it might be a little bit different, but I just don't see how an 8-year-old is by themselves. So it's a little bit different for me. It was something that I told my daughter when she was about 11, maybe, or 10, 11, where the biggest, coolest thing to do is to you and your girlfriends to go out without parents, like be somewhere without them, and that was when I had to not only say that that's not going to be happening for you for a while, but that what kind of people are on the streets in the world today and what can happen.
Yes, but.
Do you really think he carries the show?
Nobody thinks that. Oh, zing, Tolly! Take that!
Welcome to the show. You're live. It doesn't. We're disgusting, so you can't really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We said something way worse than that before you called.
Yeah.
You got to do that to the news. Yeah. What's up, bro?
All right.
Putting it on the list right now.
We're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Speaking of old faithful, tell your mom we said hi.
Make the most of your life, everybody. Don't die.
Is that even in Yellowstone?
Right. Yes. Is it? Yeah.
All right.